think I'm live. Right? Can I get some people in chat to confirm to me that I'm not just talking to myself? We got anybody? Okay. Now I'm definitely live. I know I've been live for 9 seconds now because I can see it on my screen. Ah, there we go. We got our first person in chat. Shouts to Darkwan Jr., shouts to Elman 2, shouts to Frederico. Yeah, no, that's enough. I think you three, Darkwan, Almond, and Federico. You three are the ones who really brought this stream to life. I think everybody else after that was just diminishing returns. So, hopefully you guys have a good view of things, right? Oh, wait. Man, I always forget. So, I'm supposed to do it a little bit like this, right? So, we got to move things around slightly so that, yeah, we got to balance the screen, right? Okay, it should look kind of good. Does it look good? It looks good to you guys, right? It should look kind of symmetrical. Right, so we got me up here, chat over here, and then we should have... It looks good. You guys like it, right? You guys like it? Title is wrong. What does the title say? We'll change it right now. One Piece... Oh, no. We didn't even change the title from last time. Look at that. How do we change the title? Let's see if we can change the title. Best Villains Tier List. No, it is not the Best Villains Tier List. It is the Best Arcs Tier List. Tier List. Alright, there we go. There we go. Hey, by the way, did anybody look at anyone look at the thumbnail for this one? Who's seen the thumbnail for this one? I want everyone to go look at the thumbnail for this one. Maybe I can pull it up right here. Where's the thumbnail at? Yeah, look at this thumbnail. Look at how happy I am. You see that? So my editor made the thumbnail. What do you guys... What are you saying F for? Is it lagging already? No, come on. Are you still saying F over the title? The title was that was so minor. Guys, look at the thumbnail. The thumbnail is cool. Look how happy I am in this thumbnail. Right? Look how happy I am in this thumbnail. I asked my editor to make a thumbnail for this, and like, you know, the other ones are just me reacting to, I guess, stuff. But for some reason, I'm like unreasonably happy in this thumbnail. You know, I think that's gonna bring in a very positive vibe to start this stream. I think people are going to take a look at that thumbnail and be like, oh, what's Morge so happy about? Why would anyone be so happy to be doing an ARC tier list? And then they're going to drop in, you know? And then I want all of you guys to be very nice to any new people that are dropping in, because naturally we're going to get a lot of new people because of this very happy thumbnail. So be very nice. And yeah, we'll probably hit 3K, 4K viewers. I know that the highest my streams have ever gotten has been like 1.8K, but with that thumbnail... I think it's a done deal. That thumbnail is probably going to bump up viewership 4 or 5 times. Alright, so, how many people are in the stream? Oh shoot, we're still editing. Don't want to edit anything. I think the stream is perfect as is. 403 people. 20, what does this even mean? 219, what does this mean? I don't understand how to read these things. 403, I don't get it. Alright, it's probably going to be good enough. Let's just wait a little bit for... some more people to come in. Game on arc number 1. I don't think Gaimon's arc counts as an arc. You know, Gaimon's arc was, it was just one chapter. I think it's grouped into the Serp Village arc. So, for those of you who are new here, normally I do streams on Sundays. For those of you who are here when I normally do streams on Sundays, I'm sorry, I'm trying to move it a little bit, you know. Trying to move it a little bit over to... I didn't like streaming on the weekends anymore. Nope says, Morge, I'm missing my test submission deadline for this stream. Better be worth it. We will try and make it worth it for Nope. So, Nope is about to fail his test. Let's at least make him feel good before he fails. Alright, so, this one's for Nope. What was I saying before this? Before Nope ruined my train of thought with his, complaints about the test. Okay, so, normally I stream on Sundays, right? Sundays, Eastern time. Normally I stream on Sundays. I'm trying to shift to a regular stream schedule. Before I would just wake up on Sunday, and roughly whenever I woke up, I would kind of just do a stream, you know, at any point during the day. I think that was bad. I think we generally want to do consistent stream times. People like consistent stream times, right? A Galleon says, Nope is about to get oofed. Who remembers Oof? Oof was, quite the villain last time. I have amended Oof's status to not banned. I figured out how to do it at the end of the stream, and I went back and unbanned him. So Oof, if he's, interested, he can show back up again. But hopefully that was the last we saw of him for dragging my name through the mud last time. My reputation took a real hit after last stream. Eli K, thanks a lot. Make a top 3 arcs tier. So if we do that, we're probably just going to have Water 7, Ennis Lobby, and Marine Forward, and I would just, shove all those in right away. Don't worry, we will get to the arcs tier list in a second. I have to set the mood, I have to set the tone, I'm not just going to jump into it. Let me set the situation. So first, right, normally I stream on what day? Sundays. I'm no longer doing that. Can I ask, do you guys like me streaming on Sundays more or Mondays more? If I streamed every day every Monday at 8 p.m. EST, would you prefer that to me streaming on Sundays? Poll, says Caesar Saldivar. Yeah, let's do it. All right. Stream on Mondays or... Adrian Haquin, thanks a lot. Playoffs versus Morja stream. Best arcs win this round. You guys can double stream it. I will not be offended if you're watching the NBA playoffs at the same time. Just keep little Morge open on the background. I swear it'll be worth it. I swear NBA commentary, the actual commentators that commentate the games, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I was talking with my roommate about it, but we both agreed that if anybody watches any esports stuff on Twitch or any video game competitions, commentary is a million times better. NBA commentary is so fucking corny. I don't know how they they do it in the most corny way. It's so weird. It's Did we do it? Are we back? Hello? Fuck. Oh, it's because it's unlisted. Alright, let's get this back on the road. All right. Let's try that one more time. I am sorry, guys. Yeah. So Chinua Alibachia says this is what happens when you stream on Mondays. So let's find out what the results say. Okay? So results say... Okay, the results seem pretty split, but it also looks like we didn't get that many people to vote. So I'm just going to assume you guys like Mondays. Nope says I missed my test for this, bro. It's actually so doomed. Yeah, nope, we're both failing. I just failed, you failed. Well, you're gonna fail, but, let's see if we can fix this. So, last one didn't count, alright? That was a freebie. I get one failure. Let's see if we can make this one count. Razmataz Run Fast Eat Ass says, nice name, top 3 intros. We are 2, Hope, 3, Over the Top. I don't know what these are. I know we are. I just don't know all of these, off the top of my head. If anybody is still in that old chat, how about going over and telling those people in the old chat that, hey, fuck whatever you're doing right now, come over to Newstream, because Newstream has Newstream is where Happy Morge actually is at. So Crash99 says, what a happy man in the thumbnail. I wonder what he'll say. So, the happiness quickly went away, right? Quickly ended in failure. The happiness was a lie. That Morge you saw in the thumbnail is not the Morge you see before you. I'm worried about the viewers that come in, clicking on that happy thumbnail, expecting me to be, extremely excited about something, but I'm mostly just bummed out by the fact that the stream had to restart 7 minutes in, which is a new record. We've never had a stream fail that fast. If only the Wano arc could fail at the rate that my streams fail. Oh man, imagine the possibilities. Anyway, question mark says, Morge, did you ever do a bounty prediction post-Wano? No, it's a little tricky for me. So, because where I'm at with the bounties, I mean, I can just tell you guys this right now. I considered, we gotta wait like slightly just for people to come back. Apparently I only have 164 viewers. That's not that bad. But we do want to beef it up a little bit more than that. What were we saying? Bounty predictions. So let me talk briefly on that. With bounties, my dog's at the door. So normally I would go let my dog in because he's scratching at the door. But here's what happens. Every time I leave the screen, my viewership immediately plummets. Normally that's okay. But right now, when the stream just started back up and we're barely not even cracking 200 viewers, I don't know. I think my dog's going to have to wait at least a few minutes. Anyway, bounties. So here's where I'm at with bounties. All I know in my heart is that Luffy at some point in the story is going to have a 5.6 billion berry bounty. Why? Because Gomu, right? Gomu is the number. I have to rub my dog in. He's being really annoying. Go. What are you doing? Go. Oh, geez, I can't imagine what the viewership's at now. Probably like 1, maybe 2 people left. Okay, no, we're good. False alarm, everybody. It all worked out. Leah Wasserline says I'm leaving. Anyway, bounties. All I know in my mind is that Luffy's going to get a bounty of 5.6 billion berry by the end of things, right? 5.6 billion berry, it just fits. Oda loves the Gomu number. He loves the Gomu number. He even made Katakuru's bounty based off of that 1,057 million berry bounty, right? Gold Roger's bounty his max bounty was 5,500 something, so Luffy seems perfectly set up to just pass that number up. All I know in my head basically is that Luffy at some point will get 5.6 billion, right? So, if Luffy at some point is going to get 5.6 billion, then it just becomes a question of when you think, because there is an argument to be had that if the next big arc after this, if Wano is basically the penultimate arc, then what if the next big arc is essentially taking on the world government, right? If it's taking on the world government, then would they even have bounties after the world government? Which means that it just comes down to basically when Oda feels it's basically time to say, Luffy has hit the peak of the pirate world, and then beyond that, it's essentially just taking down the world government. In which case, it's entirely possible that Luffy's at 5.6 billion berry, honestly, after Wano, which sounds insane, so I'm not going to make a video on that, but I'm just saying it's possible. Flip side is maybe it happens after Rafto, and flip side is maybe it happens after the world government is actually defeated, and they still put out a bounty for Luffy for whatever reason. Aslan says, can you teach me how to do quadratic equations? So, is that... Okay, so it's been a little while since I did math. Alright? Quadratic equations... It's that thing with the plus, minus... I'm not even going to start. I know... Who's this dude? I'm going to ban this dude. To ban this guy. You guys don't know, but I have a bit of a history with this guy. I feel like he does deserve a bit of a ban, but... Alright, let's not worry about him, but just everyone ignore him. So, what were we saying? Quadratic equations, I don't really know. I feel like it's got there's like a square root thing involved, and there's a plus minus, and there's a division that happens at the end. I know these things are all part of it, right? So, you know, if you need some math tutoring, then maybe Morge is not the person to go to. Let's take a look. Concurrent viewers, 270, 405. I don't know which numbers are accurate. I feel like we're close enough that we can start basically setting up the stream. So, here is how we are doing it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, hold on. Everyone pay attention. All right, and see how close I was to being right. Thomas Barron says, negative b, plus minus. Did I not say the plus minus? Who remembers me saying plus minus? All right, whoever says they remember me saying plus minus will be made a mod instantly. So there was a plus minus, and I said that there's a division part, and I said there's a square root part. All right, so who says Morge doesn't know quadratic equations? Morge, you were wrong. No, I was 100% right. I said there's a plus minus. I said there's a square root, and I said there's a division. That's the general gist of things, right? Yeah, exactly. So what more do you want? I don't remember all the letters. I don't remember B and stuff like that, but I remember, yeah. You know. Skylar says I got it. Shalad Master says I got it. A lot of people saying I got it. Can I make them all mods? No. So that was a lie. But I'm glad I'm glad for the support. I appreciate the support, guys. I was right? So, and that's it, right? So Swaboosh says the general gist of mathematics, that's basically all it is. You just want to get the general gist, and that gets it close enough. Because think about how we got to the moon. Right? How we got to the moon. So the moon is very, very large, and the Earth is very large, and there's a lot of space in between. So the good news is you don't have to be that exact with it, right? So you can kind of just chuck the rocket in the general direction of the moon, and you just got to be in the general area, and you'll get it right. That's how we got to the moon. Mars, same thing. You know, we got that droid, that droid to Mars, that android that we've got walking around on Mars, right? And how'd we do it? Not a lot of math involved, that's for sure. Not a lot of math, because we just needed to know the general gist, the plus minus, the division part, and the square root part, of course. And then we just sent him. And then he got there. And that was the general gist of how we got the moon landing, the Mars rover, etc. So let's all just forget about the math, and let's talk about something important, which is how we're going to rank these arcs. Eli K, thanks a lot. Wild guess on Dragon and Rox's bounties. No scam. Wild guess, let me say, so I think Rox's bounty, my guess would be 5 billion berry about straight. So the straight 5 billion berry bounty. I do think that it was implied that Roger and Whitebeard had the two highest bounties as pirates. So I think that it is a fair estimate to say that basically, I think fair guess would be I think Rox kind of add himself to that little group of 5 billion berry plus, but I don't think he passes up Roger or Whitebeard. So I'm going to put him at about 5 billion. And then Dragon, I would say right now, most wanted man in the world. Okay, so it's lazy for me to say Dragon is also 5 billion. I think that I wouldn't be surprised if Dragon was 5 billion. No, Dragon was more wanted than Whitebeard, correct? So Dragon should probably be 5.2 billion, 5.1 billion, something like that. It's funny because Oda, with all of these bounties recently especially, so they all have little extra meanings from what I understand, and I don't remember them all off the top of my head, but I know that Blackbeard's bounty, for example, it was related to what the actual real-life pirate Blackbeard's bounty was. Katakuri's bounty, the 0.57 was Luffy's Gomu Gomu, so I'm sure that there could be a meaning towards whatever Dragon's exact bounty is, but my guess is it's just a little bit, it's between Roger and Whitebeard's would be my guess. Lolly, thanks a lot. Hey Morge, I liked your last theory video. I left a comment about the weapon Uranus and the moon fit into that theory. If you saw it, what do you think? I did not see that comment. I wish you had put that in your super chat just here so that I could respond to it right there, but I don't know what that comment is specifically. Sorry. If I were to spitball, I would say a comment about the weapon Uranus and the moon fit. I don't know. Can you expound upon that a little bit? Rickon, thanks a lot. Impeccable math, Morge. Most slept on arc. I think the most slept on arc is Bucks killing the Heats' Ryan Berry. That's always good to hear. Slen says Morge doesn't read comments exposed. Go see how many comments are on that theory. That is far and away one of the most commented on videos that I've ever had. So you tell me how many. I can't read all of the comments. I do read I think especially the initial rush of comments that come in. I read most of those. Some register with me in my brain, some don't, and you'll even see me respond once in a while. But it becomes very difficult to respond to each and every comment. So it'll be random. Sometimes there'll be a new comment. I just see it because I happen to get the notification at that time, even if it's 3 days later. And other times I don't see comments for multiple days, right? So Rickon says most slept on arc. I would say, I would personally say Whole Cake Island maybe, but maybe that's not even slept on that much anymore because I think Whole Cake Island has a lot of defenders now, to be honest, from what I've seen. So defenders, I guess you could call them. I think, honestly, most slept on island or arc, maybe it's Skypiea, maybe it's hard. It's really hard. Baratier, I think, has a case. Baratier is an amazing arc if you go back and read it. I used to think that Arlong Park was the arc where One Piece really got good. Baratier is very, very good in retrospect. So it's weird because it's one of those arcs where if you go back, you always get a lot more out of it. Just because a lot of the ideas and what they're hinting at or what it's setting up for seems so much more important in retrospect. But let me try and think. Whole Cake, I think. Baratier. I think Fishman Island, but I do think that Fishman Island is... It's hard to say because I used to think Fishman Island was a bad arc. Now I think it's a good arc for what it was. But I don't think it's necessarily slept on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's the secretly amazing arc that everyone's just sleeping on. I just think that it's actually... that's what I think what slept on means. If it's like an amazing arc, but people are sleeping on it. So I think Skypiea kind of falls in that territory. Skypiea is the one if I had to pick. I'd say Skypiea. I would say Skypiea. Yeah, there's shorter arcs for sure, like Logtown, Baratier, stuff like that. Once you go back towards those, there's always just so much more that you can pick out of them versus the longer arcs, which are just generally much larger, more complete storylines that you kind of need to see if, like, from start to finish, whether you get invested in them again. Gone, thanks a lot. Are you sophisticated? That's like a... What am I supposed to say to that? I don't even know what the response to that is. Swaboosh, thanks a lot. In a reverse world, if Garp was Goldie Roger, who would be his Whitebeard? I personally don't really like questions like that because I just, like, it goes back to, I put a video out on this like a while ago, like, I don't think everyone needs a mirror as to, you know, the like a forced parallel. I don't like forced parallels that much. So for example, I don't think Luffy has a Whitebeard. I don't think Luffy's story really needs a Whitebeard. You could argue Blackbeard is his Whitebeard, I suppose, but that's not even really accurate at all. I mean, Blackbeard, I suppose, people can say Blackbeard is his Rocks, and I think that maybe there's a good case for that, just based on the way that Rocks was portrayed and set up. The fact that Blackbeard is clearly influenced by him, but I don't think Luffy necessarily has a Whitebeard. I think even if Kid becomes a more significant player in the future, I don't think that Kid would ever be called Luffy's Whitebeard in that sense. I think Kid's trajectory is just kind of different as a pirate. So I guess just in general, if I had to say if Garp was Goldie Roger, who would be his Whitebeard? Like, I don't really know what that... I guess it would be... I guess it would be Whitebeard, dude. If Garp was Goldie Roger, then his Whitebeard would be Whitebeard, wouldn't it? Right? Wouldn't it just be Whitebeard? Alright. So... let's get into it. Let's just get into it. No more interesting questions. So... here's how we're going to do things. I don't want to do one of those, like, here's the best arc, here's the worst arc things, all right? This is going to be popularity-based. So it will be our favorite arcs with some influence from me, all right? Meaning if some arcs make it into our favorite arcs that I don't think should be in our favorite arcs, then maybe they won't be our favorite arcs anymore, you know what I mean? Maybe they'll be a little bit lower, such as almost our favorite arcs. We still like a lot, though. All right. What's next? What's next after that? How many tiers do we want? Do we think 5 tiers is good? How many tiers is good? How many tiers is good? I don't want to have to do another poll again. I think last time we said 5 tiers was good, but I don't know if 5 tiers is always the right move. Let me just see some general, throw out some numbers. Last tier should be Boruto, says Polo. 5, 6, says Stephen. Okay, people like 5. All right, 5 is good. We're sticking with 5. What's the B category? Solid. How about solid? And let's say we like it a lot. Let's make it shorter. You guys can stop typing now. We've gotten past it. I've already chosen 5. So we like it a lot. We really like it a lot. We really like it a lot. How about that? And then solid. And then fine. And then don't like that much. All right. So I think that's good. I don't think that there's any bad One Piece arcs to me. I don't think that there's any... Matthew clearly says I wasn't listening. Everybody please explain things to him. Yeah, I don't think that there's any bad One Piece arcs, personally. And I'm not just saying that to say that I don't think that there's any bad One Piece arcs. What did Eli K say before you guys buried him? Last off-topic thing. Enel's bounty if you had one. Didn't Oda say something along those lines, or was that like a fake interview quote or something? Didn't Oda say something like 500 million berry if Enel was dropped into the Blue Sea? So I'll go with that. I'll say 500 million berry. I think that that's actually a quote that Oda said in an SBS, that Enel would have like a 500 million berry bounty if he was in the Blue Sea. I could definitely believe that Enel destroys entire islands without a second thought, so that seems about right. Just the sheer destructive ability of his Devil Fruit and the fact that he has no moral qualms means that he could probably rack up a very high body count in a very short amount of time and would be a very, very difficult person to deal with just in general, right? Yeah, so let's run with what Oda said. So let's say 500 million berry. Alessandro Esposito says 500 million too low. So, I mean, 500 million sounds like the low end of things, right? And that's basically what Oda implied. So we'd have to see, like, it would just require a story to sort of play out and see what Enel actually does on the Blue Sea. But I think just taking his character into account, I think, let's just assume that 500 million is the standard. All right. Don't Care says, let's start. The irony of his name. Don't care. I don't know if I should even take you seriously. If you don't care, then maybe I just shouldn't start. Gabriel Echevria. Alabasta needs to be on top, guys. Yes, let's just remember. Drowned out my love of Alabasta. Let's just remember how good it was. It was the first great one. I agree. I think Alabasta is the first, in my opinion, great One Piece arc. I think Arlong Park is a really, really good One Piece arc. It's great in its own right. I think Alabasta is the first. To me, Alabasta represents the golden age of One Piece. It's not the best arc, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's either Enies Lobby or Marineford. I think those are... But I think if you're talking about, like, the golden age of the series, like, when you look back fondly when times were simpler, but things were really good, kind of like... Probably how people view the 50s or something like that in America. I don't know. You know, like the Mad Men days, I guess, of One Piece. Or kind of like, you know, when you look at superhero comics and... See, back in the day when Superman's thing was like saving old ladies and like picking up cars and stuff like that, and all the superheroes were really happy and they had stupid, funny looking costumes and did weird, corny things. But we called that the golden age of superheroes, right? That's how I view Alabasta. Not that Alabasta is stupid or corny. I think I got the wrong message across. Golden age meaning it's a time you look back fondly on when things were simpler but really good. All right? So let's say that's what I mean there. Ryan Mamizuka says, I hope you're having a good day today. I am. Have you seen the thumbnail? Look how happy I look at the thumbnail. That's representative of my day. I was wondering, if you had to guess, what would Rayleigh's bounty be? Good lord, I can't believe I spawned a bunch of bounty questions. I should have just never answered the first one. Rayleigh's bounty, I'd say in the 3 billion range. So somewhere between 3 and 4 billion. If you're like, well, why isn't higher than Kaido and Big Mom's? It's because I think Rayleigh's a first mate, so he just would never garner. That's not because of his strength or anything like that. You can power scale Rayleigh however you want. I just think, I would assume his bounty would be somewhere in the 3 billion to 4 billion range because he's a first mate of somebody else. That's basically it. He doesn't actually own his own giant pirate fleet or empire or like whatever, right? Adrian Hakeem, Mord, sorry to distract you. That is no problem. I like being distracted. I'm very easily distracted. But do you think God Valley will be closer to Zoe in style? Kind of touristy? Oh, yeah, I think so. I think God Valley will definitely be much closer to Zoe. I definitely think it'll be much closer to Zoe. I think it's not set up for a huge arc. I don't think we're going to get an arc the scale of Wano again till really the final battle. I think it's this. I think Elbaf will have significant battles and stuff, but it'll be on a much smaller scale. I don't think that we'll have full empires going at it again. So it'll be more so pirate crew to pirate crew, mano a mano. And beyond that, I think the current arc, Wano, is the first of the 2 major big war arcs that we're going to get in the course of the series. Maras00 Jr. says, Arlong Park gets better after Fishman Island. Yeah, I agree, and I think Baratier has a similar case where like a lot of things become better over time. I think Skypiea, it's a similar argument. I think some arcs they gain more meaning over time. I think One Piece is just one of the most rereadable series ever to me because you can just get so much more out of each rereading. Because so many things connect. Little Dragon 21, G8 arc should get a consolation prize even if it's not canon. G8 arc definitely should. I wish that arc was canon. G8 arc is awesome. G8 arc is everything I would... You guys understand the problem I have with One Piece fillers? Because they can do stuff like the G8 arc, but they just don't. That's just what I don't like about it. Like, the One Piece anime has so many simple ways to just not be the way it is, but it just doesn't do it. Okay, guys, we gotta start. So... let me comment on this real quick. Who saw the last video? Actually, no need to show hands. Let's just assume you all saw the last video. Last video was very good. Go check it out if you haven't already. It's talking about a theory that is a long-running One Piece theory. Found out recently it's been around since like 2005, so I was wrong in thinking it was around since 2013. But it talks about how the creation of the All Blue is going to be part of the... It's essentially what the treasure is. The creation of the All Blue, the creation of the new ocean. And there was a comment that came out after the latest anime episode that people were messaging me about, saying that Momonosuke says the treasure is kind of like an ocean, and Oden agrees with him. I have not yet gone and double-checked to see if that is a quote straight from the manga. I would love it if it was, because if it is, then that's like a really, really powerful, I think, extra bit of evidence that the theory that the final treasure is going to be a new ocean is true. Now, that aside, let us get into it, because the stream was supposed to start at 8. It ended in failure. We're now almost an hour in, and, well, I guess 30 minutes, 40-ish minutes in. I started it late as is, at like 8:15-ish, 8:16-ish. It ended in failure, and now, we're kind of a ways through, and we've not ranked anything. So let's just do it. David or Avram says, who's your favorite Berserk character? Griffith. Not in a, Griffith did nothing wrong way, just that Griffith is the most engaging, interesting character to me. I'm actually not a big Guts fan. Not that I don't like Guts. I think Guts is a great character. I just never really got behind his character. It's hard to explain. I like Guts moments. I like Guts scenes. I like the stuff Guts does. I think he's got a very powerful storyline written around him, of who he is, etc., etc. But I'm just never been much of a Guts guy. He's just not the character type that I enjoy reading. So, let's start from the top. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of arcs. Guys, how are we even going to do this? This is a dumb idea. How are we going to do this? I don't even know where the first fucking arc is. Where is it? What am I looking at here? So this is Arlong Park. This is something. Does anyone know where the first arc is? Where's Romance Dawn? Where's Romance Dawn? What is this? Okay, I found Syrup Village. Bottom up. This is Whole Cake. This is so messy. I think Whole Cake's in here twice. No, this is Zoe. Alright, guys, give me a second. Morge's eyesight's not so good. Okay, we found it. I think this is Romance Dawn, or close enough. No, this is Orange Town. No, here we go. Here we go. This is the first. Let's just run with this, okay? This is the first one. Alright. I'm just putting this here momentarily. Let's say this represents Orange Town. Or Romance Dawn, alright? Orange Town. Yeah, no, we're going to do headphone head. We're going to do chronological. I think chronological is best. Alright? Chronological is best. How do we feel about Romance Dawn? Parth Gupta says Morge's mic is even worse. I think I've shown you guys this last stream. I have a perfectly good mic here. It's just not in use because I have not taken the time to figure out how to connect it well in OBS. Last time I tried to... Fine? You guys want to put fine? I'm seeing a lot of fine. I'm seeing a lot of fine. I'm seeing a lot of fine. I'm going to leave it in fine and basically set a precedent. We can't vote on everything this time. But I do like running the poll. I do like running the poll. Let's just run it. Let's just run it. Because I'm seeing a lot of solids and I'm seeing a lot of fines. What's the number one? Let's just run a poll to start it off, alright? Everything's more fun with the polls. Like it a lot. Solid. Fine. And then what's this? Don't like that much. Here's what I guarantee is going to happen. Alright? I guarantee this will happen by the end of it. Yeah, it's poll time. True, true. Poll, please. Yep, yep. Asking you to show receive. Let's pin this. Here's what I guarantee will happen. Alright? We will get through the end of this. And there will not be a single arc in Don't Like That Much. Okay? There won't be a single arc in Don't Like That Much, because I think even with the least favorite arcs in the series, you guys are all One Piece fans, I'm a One Piece fan, at the end of the day, we're going to probably, even the worst arcs, we're going to average out to about 5. Alright? Which means that I guess maybe there's no point in I'll keep the 5th option around just to see what happens, right? Maybe something ends up in the 5th option. If it ends up being a 4-tier list, that's just the way it is. Adrian Hakim, democracy in the Morge stream leads to chaos. Yeah, you gotta have democracy, though. At least the illusion of democracy. The illusion of democracy is very, very important. Alright? Just look at America. Alright? Just look at how we do things. We think... Never mind, I won't go into anything. Alright, that's enough time for you guys to vote on this one. Solid. Had it been solid. Oh my god. Alright. Guys, you know what this means? The fact that Romance Dawn ended up in solid means that fucking nothing's gonna end up in this one. Who's gonna vote for Don't Like that much if Romance Dawn made it to this? The most basic arc of all time. The highlight of Romance... Well, no, Romance Dawn is cool, though, because I guess the opening chapter... The opening chapter, literally just Roger's execution. Great scene to start the series off with. Okay, alright. So, if it's gonna be this way where everything is gonna end up somewhere between solid and our favorite arcs, then it's gonna be kind of a shitty tier list, but let's try and make it work. Guys, don't be afraid to vote low, alright? We all like One Piece arcs, but it just makes for a nice, better spread if we've got something in all of the tiers. If you're just gonna say everything's solid to our favorite arcs, then it's not gonna be much of a tier list, you know? Perky says just put everything in our favorite arcs and get it over with. No, that's the... No, Perkies. No. We're gonna dislike some stuff, alright? I'm gonna push you guys to try and dislike some of this stuff. How about Orangetown? How do you guys feel about Orangetown? Is Orangetown fine or is it solid? Orangetown fine or solid? Yes, sad stuff. Please put it back to fine, says Totally Siebens. You know what happens if I put this back to fine? Then suddenly I'm a dictator. So either we have a nice tier list where, you know, we get a nice spread, or I'm a dictator. Alright, so, or no, that's not how it is. Basically, it's like either we have a nice tier list with a nice even spread and, you know, differing kind of levels and ratings for these arcs, and I'm a dictator, or we have a shitty tier list and democracy wins out and everything's just grouped into the top 3 categories. And, like, you guys are all happy, but the tier list looks terrible. Meh, don't like, fine. I'm seeing a lot of fines, so I'm dropping this to fine. Alright? Don't like. Aslan's saying don't like. And Aslan has a blue wrench next to his name, which means his vote counts for 10. Compared to you guys, the plebeians. So, I don't know. Some people are pushing for a poll, but I don't feel like a poll. So, we're just not voting on that one. How about Syrup Village? Maras00 Jr., do you think the red line could have been created by a devil fruit user? Because after entering the red line, we see blue waves with tangent that can mean the red line cut off their migratory path. I like the migratory path idea. So did you guys hear what the question was? So he basically said, do you think that the red line was created by a devil fruit user? And the point he brought up was that other whales, so the giant whales that are laboon species, we're not doing a poll for this. Oh, wait, no, sorry, we got to do a poll for this. Let me finish responding to this guy. Ishwar Navin, the raid to make a nice tier list will fail. Yes. Yeah, that's what it's looking like already. Jesus Christ. We need new content besides tier list content, because it's just, we're going to figure out a new type of content soon, all right? I've been doing this just because it seems like it's fun, but I don't want to get bogged down in only doing one thing, you know what I mean? Anyway, so he was saying that the whales, the fact that all whales seem to be bashing their heads against the Grand Line, because we saw the other species of laboon, indicates possibly that there was a red line created that got in the way of their migratory path, where normally they would just want to be really traveling across the world. So I think that's a possibility, definitely a possibility. As to the creation of the red line, I think when we find out what that is, I've seen good theories like, oh, Uranus was the ancient weapon that created the red line. That makes a lot of sense to me. I could get behind that. At the moment, we still don't know how that would happen. So maybe it would actually be just an Earth devil fruit or some insanely powerful devil fruit, because it would have to be one of the, like, to reshape the entire scale of the world would be an extremely, extremely powerful ability. So, going to be interesting to see how that is. You guys don't like this one? You guys don't like? Okay, hold on. Let me give a little bit of a poll. I'm surprised. I like Syrup Village. Well, I don't want to sway you guys' opinion. This one is not as a joke. Like, this one I do actually want to see what you guys... Morge, I posted my YouTube comment in the chat. Ah, shoot. Now we gotta find Lolly Lollies. Everyone, if you can tell me what Lolly Lolly said, that would be much appreciated. Also, just... Lolly Lolly, you're actually hilarious because... So, Lolly Lolly, first you did a super chat asking me if I'd seen your YouTube comment. So I said, no, I'm sorry, I did not see your YouTube comment. Then after that, you did a normal chat where you posted your comment. And then you did a follow-up super chat asking me if I'd seen your normal comment. Lolly Lolly, why didn't you just super chat your question instead of doing the super chat to ask me if you'd seen your question? You could have just... I'm not asking you to super chat again. I'm just saying, like, logistically, like, why do the second super chat? Why did you just include your question here? Why did you just include your question here? All right, so, no offense to Lolly Lolly, but just, I feel like that'd be so much easier. Everyone, if you see Lolly Lolly's comment, because God knows how we're going to find it at this point, fucking needle in a haystack, you can't post a link. Oh, okay, I see. My bad, Lolly Lolly. Can you just post it in terms of text? Because I'm not about to, I think, follow a link to another thing during the stream, I guess. But can you just post your question here? And I can respond to it. No need to super chat, again. Just, whoa. People call it out when Lolly Lolly posts his or her comment. What were the categories again? What were the categories? Favorite, like a lot. Oh, wait, I'm dumb. Syrup. Village. Solid, fine, don't like. Alright. Your Wi-Fi is one. Oh my god, I'm so upset that you guys could actually see. You guys could see my Wi-Fi. It's not 1 bar for the record. It's clearly. What is it? It's like 2 bars? It looks like it's 2 bars to me. But it might be oh shit, you're right. Okay, as long as it doesn't go to 0, right? As long as it doesn't go to 0, who cares? Azen Hobo over 9,000. Did you see my normal comment just now, Mr. Morch? What? No, what? Oh, yeah, I get it. Oh no, it is frozen. Fuck. Hello? Oh no. Okay, it's fine. It looks like we're back to B. I'm looking at the stream right now. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm back. Right? I'm back. Okay. I'm back, and the good news is we are comfortably at 1 bar. 3. Look at that. What was that spike? Look at it. Did you guys see the spike? It maxed out for a moment. And now it's back to 1. Alright, so let's just all pray that it does not drop any further. And let's take a look at the results for this poll. Yeah, I'll get the Ethernet cable next time. Fine and don't like. Yeah, so fine wins it barely. Fine wins it barely. I thought Syrup Village was perfectly fine. How do we feel about Baratier? I feel like I've talked Baratier up so much this stream that, like, now you guys will be biased towards it. I don't want that to be the case. I want you guys to... James Walters, thanks a lot. 100 pixels, great YouTuber, poor stream. Oh man, that hurts. Look, okay, here are the changes that need to happen, right? Here are the changes that like a lot. I'm seeing a lot of like a lot. I'm seeing a like a lot. I'm just gonna toss it into like a lot. Where's it at? I don't even know where it is. Oh no, there we go. This is Don Krieg, right? I think it's like a lot. Here are the changes that need to happen. 1, Ethernet. 4, better internet, right? 2, webcam. 4, better me in terms of visuals, right? You can see it, but oh my god, look at all this red. Look at all this orange. Say your respects to Oof, Mr. Morge. Say your respects to Oof. Say your respects to Oof. If Oof is in the stream, let himself show himself, because I have unbanned Oof. I did it off stream. I even messaged Oof directly on Twitter and told him that I'd unbanned him. So if Oof the coward wants to show himself, then now is the moment to do it. I want that hat. Thanks a lot. You should just stream Roblox One Piece games instead. Roblox One Piece games? What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. Roblox. What does Roblox One Piece mean? What does it mean? Yeah, show yourself, Oof. Last time you guys all thought that I was the bad guy and Oof is the good guy. Well, now I'm here. I'm back. I'm not scared of Oof. Let's see Oof show himself. Blocks fruit. LMAO. Yeah, that's right. Come on out, Oof. If Oof shows himself in the next 5 minutes, I will mod him. If Oof does not show himself in the next 5 minutes, then, I don't know, we will try and ban him again or something like that. And that's just the way it goes. So if you know Oof, if you're a friend of Oof, tell him to come out. And then we'll see who the real, I don't know, captain of this stream is. I guess that's what we're fighting over. Princess Taco, Mr. Morge, why is failure? That is a great question. Excellent sentence fragment right there. Why is failure? It's very deep, isn't it? I don't really have a response to that. I think that one kind of went over my head. Why is failure? I guess the stream as a whole, the things that we were trying to change: Ethernet, improve the internet quality. 2, webcam, improve my visual quality. 3, the mic, which, good news, is almost there. Just have to take 5 minutes to figure out how to set it up better on OBS, but I'm always late to my streams anyway, so I don't have 5 minutes to spare to set up OBS better. YouTuber at 1 bar element. Guys, stop looking at the bar. You want me to hide this? I don't want you guys looking at the bar and getting distracted and worrying about the stream failing or not. Just treat it like, treat it like, what's a good comparison? I guess, like, heart attacks, maybe? Yeah, a heart attack could happen, but you don't want to always be, like, checking your blood pressure this is a terrible analogy. All I'm saying is that, yes, sometimes bad things happen, but it's better to not obsess over whether or not the internet's going to go to 0 and the stream's going to cut out. Just, live your life, watch the stream. Look at that, even as we talk about it, it goes up. Ironic, because I'm saying that we shouldn't pay attention to it, but I'm only paying attention when it looks like it's looking up. Now it's back to 1 bar, all the way up. I don't know. Don't listen to me, but just don't worry about the bars, okay? James Walter, thanks a lot. Hey, Morge, what do you think about Zack Snyder directing live-action One Piece? I think that would be a terrible idea. I think that would be an actually terrible idea. The Shadow King 777 says you absolutely do want to check on that. That is also true. If you've got a bad heart, you probably want to monitor that pretty tightly. What's a better analogy? I think you guys get what I'm talking about, but it's probably not phrased the best way it could be phrased. Update the Windows too, says AB_Kira. Yeah, look, there's things that could be done. There's a guy in your window. I'm actually kind of worried. I don't want to turn around and actually see a reflection. That would terrify me. Okay. Wait, did Oof show himself? Did Oof show himself? If Oof showed himself, I've got to mod him. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oof showed up. Wait, this isn't the Oof. You're not Oof. This isn't Oof. Oof was a lowercase username. Nice try. That's not Oof. Who remembers? This is not the real Oof. This is not the real Oof. That's not the real Oof. Nice try, fake Oof. You will suffer the fate of real Oof. Justice. Joey Jojo, Morge, please educate these bubs on why Syrup Village is good. I think Syrup Village is fine where it is, dude. I mean, I would put it in. I would swap it with Romance Dawn, but I think I can only pull the Dictator card so many times. So I think this one's not a hill I'm willing to die over. You know what I mean? Fun fact: Fake Oof is the only person that I have intentionally banned. James Walter says, it's officially happening, check CBR. That is not true. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. Yeah, this is just not a hill I'm willing to die over. If I had it my way, I would swap these two, in my opinion. But if you guys want this, then fine. That's okay. I will pull my Dictator card. I mean my voter manipulation card. I mean my guiding hand of governmental justice card later this stream over things that I care about. That was a good save. You guys almost thought I was a dictator for a second. All right. Where were we at? So we like this one a lot. Arlong Park. How do we like that? Arlong Park I really, really like. Rickon says, let's all throw tomatoes at Fake Oof. Yeah, so Fake Oof was the only person that I have personally banned. I have seen my mods ban people, and I don't even know how many mods are in the chat right now, but yeah, Invisible Hand Card Morge. So Fake Oof is the only person who have actually banned personally, because I thought it was funny. Favorite, really like. I think that this deserves to be up here, but we're not going to just put anything up here. It has to earn its spot, so let's do a poll for this one. Princess Taco, Mr. Morris, do you connect to the Celestial Dragons? No, the Celestial Dragons are too obvious with their tomfoolery. They walk around with slaves and such, you know? I would never do something like that. I do everything under much more subtle means, such as, again, vote manipulation. So I think the Celestial Dragons are too overt with everything. They walk around with bubbles on their heads. They just shoot people in the streets. I would never do something like that, you know? Would I, like, move this down to here just for the fun of it? Yeah. But I would never do what the Celestial Dragon piece with all of their stuff, you know? Brothership says Sanji versus Zoro. Come on, Brothership. What are you trying to derail this into? What are you trying to turn this into? Solid, fine. What's the last one? What's the last one? Don't let it. Sanji versus Zoro, it's just always going to be kind of close, you know? Or maybe not that close, I don't know. I've done multiple videos on Sanji versus Zoro. So I feel like I don't need to go into that again. What do you mean his wife? I have no connection. What are you talking about? The stream is perfectly fine, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Look at that. Look at me. So I'm looking at me and I look like I'm happy. I'm talking about something over here. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it looks like... Oh no, what does this say? Open a widget. Why does it want me to open a widget? I don't even know what a widget is. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, guys, should I open this widget? Just discovered you from Royal Shichibukai, says Daniel Roldan. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the content. Hope you're here to stay. It's laggy, man, not perfect Wi-Fi. Well, now that widget thing went away, so that means we probably fixed it, right? We probably fixed it? Boomer Morge. Let's find out how you guys feel. What's a widget? Says Yatik. Why don't you guys call Yatik a boomer? Why do I gotta be the only boomer? Like a lot. Okay, like a lot wins. I thought that favorite would win. Okay. Alright, that's... I'm not gonna lie, that hurts me a little bit, but like... That's cool. I guess we're really reserving our favorite arcs for some favorite stuff. That's fine. You know, that hurts, but it is what it is. The Pirate here says, I missed the Bucks game for a laggy stream. LML still worth. Did the Bucks win? I hope the Bucks win. I'm not really interested in seeing the Heat make it to the finals again. No offense to them. Props to them. They're a great... they're a team that definitely overperforms expectations, and that's always good to see, but, like, not particularly interested. Okay. Not favorite. Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, that's fine. Oh my god, look at all... I guess chat was kind of being held back for a moment based on someone's bad internet. Yeah, Arlong Park is better than Baratier. I would put him in different tiers, to be honest, but like I would personally put this here, but, that's fine. I won't die on this hill either. Okay? Pekka says move romance. Oh, yeah, you're right. That should be here. And then this one was here, right? I think that was the way that we landed on it, right? I think this was here and this was here. Probably something like that is the feeling that I got. Now, I'll be good. I'll just wait, right? I don't actually. I'm not joking this time. I actually don't remember. Was this the setup? Was this the setup? Can someone confirm or deny what the setup was? This was it, right? It was something like this. Like you guys had this here, these here. Syrup was not lower. It was not over here. It was not over here. Pengu Puncher says open widget. Listen, God knows what a widget is. For all we know, YouTube's trying to drop a virus on me. Open a widget. I know what that means. Stranger, thanks a lot. The theory of One Piece had me mind blown. I think the community got it right. Yeah, I love that theory. I'm a very, very big fan of that theory. I know that it's been around even longer than I expected. So to me, that just makes it cooler. I like the idea that it's a theory that like it belongs to no single person, as far as I know. Because if it's around from 2005, like people were saying, Syrup was not lower. Syrup was here. There was nothing in Don't Like That Much. We had an entire conversation about it. All right, so I really, really like the idea that it's a theory that's been going around since 2005, and it's kind of probably just been added to or gotten new pieces and like bits and bits of information, things just kind of falling into place over time. It's just like a really cool concept if you think about it. It's kind of like, it's a little corny to say, but it is kind of like, who remembers the All Might scene from My Hero Academia? However you feel about My Hero Academia, I think you can't deny that this is a good scene, or at least a gets your blood pumping kind of scene, where All Might takes down All for One. Yeah, All Might takes down All for One, and you get that visual of All Might's quirk being passed through the generations. That's kind of how I feel about this theory. I think it's just really cool that, like, it's something that has been going on since 2005, and every time we get new information or new knowledge in One Piece in the story, it's only ever added to the theory. I think there's never been anything that kind of really takes away from that theory significantly. There's things that don't necessarily fall into place, but there's nothing that really disproves that this is something that's going to happen, if that makes sense. So, I don't know, and I think that, like, just how exciting must it have been when we found out that Madame Charlie prediction, and that kind of added into that theory that, Fishman Island's going to be destroyed, and it's going to be destroyed by Luffy. How exciting was it when, I guess that was probably the last big one. But I do think that, like, for me personally, like, how excited was I when I saw Dressrosa and all the things play into Dressrosa and how Dressrosa seemed to fit so many things about what we can expect to happen in the future with the world government. And then seeing it end with Doflamingo being punched through the ground and all of Dressrosa being turned into rubble. That chapter, by the way, is called Rubble, after Doflamingo's defeated, and that's when they're talking about the Land of Freedom. It just plays so perfectly, to me, into the idea that that's what's going to happen with the Red Line and with the Celestial Dragons at the end of the day. Adrian Hakim, out of all the East Blue characters who kept up with that, which Arlong would be shown, or at least Don Krieg and Kira's activities since Luffy? Yeah, I think Arlong is the only one that still makes sense to be shown. The others are just maybe too minor at this point to really even matter. I mean, like, for us to even feel something, like getting a look back at them, because it's just like, oh yeah, Luffy beat you. Like, oh yeah, like this happened. Like, East Blue almost feels like another world at this point, and I think Oda kind of wants to keep it that way. Like, it's just a very quiet, secluded sort of area. And so the characters that we care about that came out of it, like, obviously, like, Nami's village and stuff, it's cool to check in on them, but, like, the villains and such feel so inconsequential at this point compared to what Luffy's dealing with, I think. There's no point checking in again. Remix King, how do you not like a good underdog story involving basketball? I do, it's just that, like, we kind of got that already last year with the Heat. At this point, I want the competition. I think the Heat already overperformed and got the best that they we're going to get. Nathaniel D, thanks a lot. Like, the Heat already got their underdog story, in my opinion. Isaiah Davis, I think the One Piece is the fountain of youth. Wait, are you the real Oof? Guys, is this the real Oof? No, come on, how many Oof? Oh, god damn, how many fake Oofs do we have? How many Oofs do we have? Which one is the real Oof? No, this has just turned into its whole new nightmare. Before, I only had to deal with one Oof. Last stream, it was just one Oof. Now we've got to deal with an army of them? This is like, good god. This is like finding out that, like, Mihawk, when you find out with Mihawk, like, that there's 6 other Shichibukai out there. No, worse, this is like finding out that they've got an army of pacifistas out there. No, worse, this is like finding out, well, I guess there's nothing really worse than that, is there? That there's 10 Plutons. I don't know. Brother Ship, what do you want to happen next chapter? I would like a bit of a flashback into what happened in the little Luffy-Kaido confrontation. Maris00 Jr., do you keep up with Jujutsu Kaisen? If you do, quick thoughts on it, and as a Heat fan, I'm disappointed. Sorry, bro, I was supportive of the Heat for a little while. Okay. So, let's have honest conversation. I am sincerely sorry. It is not fun for me when these streams end. It is not fun for me. It's actually a headache. It is frustrating. It is much, much better if a stream just continues without failure from start to finish. Next time I'll use an Ethernet cable. I know I have said that before, but next time I will... Alright. And right on time, it basically happened again. You know what's really funny? You know what's funny? It literally... it literally says excellent connection here. It actually factually says excellent connection on my stream. It says, it has the nerve to tell me excellent connection. Right? It says excellent connection, and then it's ending every fucking 10 minutes. I have nothing to say. So I will invest. Oh, get an Ethernet. Wait a sec. Gotta shift this a little bit. How far off is this? This is a little too far. Bring this in. Okay. Nintendo Power says Hokage Island is straight ass without Katakuri. I disagree. I think Hokage Island is actually pretty solid even without Katakuri. I think. All right. Yeah. What number is this in terms of stream failures at this point? Crash99 says the connection was never this bad on Sunday streams. That might actually be true. But next time we'll have Ethernet, so hopefully this doesn't happen again. Alright. Guys, Loketown. How do we feel about Loketown? Let's do Loketown. Oh no. I can't edit this, which means I don't have internet again. Oh no, never mind. I'm supposed to do it over here. Just got confused about how straw poll works. Loketown, favorite, like. What was the next one? Solid? Don't like. Alright. So here's the thing. I've realized a flaw with this poll system. A flaw that has nothing to do with me, of course, but a flaw nonetheless. So, look. I like how you guys can watch me watching my stream fail, and I guess you guys get a bit of failception. But anyway, here was what I was saying. I was saying that the gap between solid and fine is not that big, right? Solid and fine basically means the same thing. So we need a better term than fine, or we need a better term than solid, but one of these has to change. That's what I'm saying the flaw is. The flaw was that that the terminology here, the nomenclature, is not the best. So favorite is pretty obvious. Like a lot is pretty obvious. Solid is pretty obvious. But then we get to fine. It's like, how do I differentiate between fine and solid? What does it mean? Underwhelming. No, because underwhelming, no one will vote for it at that point then. Mediocre. Meh. How about we do meh? Meh. Let's do meh. Princess Sako, sorry, I have to leave. It's not me, it's you. Oh, fuck, I just processed that. It's not me, it's you. That is fair enough, considering the... Just wait till next week. How hyped are you guys about next week's stream when there will be no crashes? Turn fine to fire, move to the top, done, says Nintendo Power. That's kind of a solution, but then, like, we gotta re-vote on this stuff, and I'm not about that. So I prefer to just change this. So let's make this meh. I think it's... Meh is too mean, that's the thing. Decent. How is that fucking different than solid? How is that fucking different than solid? What even sounds better, decent or solid? Solid means decent. They're basically synonyms. As is fine. How is fine different than decent? I guess decent is slightly better than fine, but that doesn't really, like, you know, provide a solution. The bard here says, Morge, I'm still here, make me a Morge. I don't even know what that means. Change meh to okay. Meh to, yeah, let's do okay. How about okay? Okay. Duh. Okay. Okay is okay was right. We don't need to talk about this any longer. Okay was correct. Solid, okay, don't like that much. I think that was basically the right change. Now, we are going to be speedrunning the rest. Let's look at the results. Wait, did I forget to post this poll? Am I just going to look at a results page with 0 results? Oh, no. Okay, I remembered. Solid, like, fine. Okay, Solid wins it. Too bad I don't actually know where Loketown is. Never mind, I do. Okay. Solid. What's next, guys? What's next? Whiskey Peak? I guess, yeah, okay, we already solved this. It's okay. CLB says, did we get justice for oof? We got a bunch of oof pretenders. I wish I could ban all of them, but I think that past a certain point, I would go drunk with power and just begin banning people that I shouldn't be. I prefer not banning anybody. I prefer letting the mods ban whoever they want to ban, and I prefer just ignoring you guys. I only banned one person in the history of this stream, and that was the fake oof, the first fake oof, because you don't just come in pretending to be oof. You just don't do that. That's the one big no-no in Mort streams. Besides that, I don't really care what you guys say. Reverse Mountain. Oh, Reverse Mountain. I'm sorry. Reverse Mountain. How do we feel about okay, for the sake of speedrunning, I'm going to put Reverse Mountain in okay. All right? For the sake of speedrunning. All right? Because we have lingered a little bit. So we got Loketown, we got Reverse Mountain, next we got Whiskey Peak. If you guys are really heartbroken over Reverse... Actually, is Reverse Mountain under don't like that much? Because I don't like Reverse Mountain that much. I think that might be my least favorite One Piece arc. Maybe. Might be up there. Oh no, things just froze, didn't they? Fuck. Excellent connection. Why does it say excellent connection? Whiskey Peak. Where we got Whiskey Peak? I don't even see it. It should get easier as we go along for me to spot these things, but I don't even see Whiskey Peak. Oh, I found it. Is this Whiskey Peak? Whiskey Peak, I think, was solid, in my opinion. How do you guys feel about Whiskey Peak? You don't like Whiskey Peak that much? Let me do a quick poll for Whiskey Peak. Whiskey Peak gets a quick poll. Favorite, like, I always forget what the next one is. Solid, okay, don't like. There are no bad One Piece arcs, says MF Bond. Yeah, I think we're looking at basically most likely no one change them to average and above average. But then, like, you guys don't understand the words average, like, average by definition means that it should be the middle one. So this should be average, and then this would be below average, right? Average by definition, or you could get technical and be like, oh, well, that's the median. That's what the median means, but no one fucking uses that, right? So average generally means the middle one. So if it means the middle one, oh no, we froze again. I know we froze. Oh no, we're fine. It's just Aslad destroying this guy. Oh man, look at all these messages that got deleted because Aslad cracked down on this one dude. I don't even know what he was saying. This connection is weak. I don't think this connection is that good actually, Lionel. Solid is too good for... Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you can't really... Like, average... If I say this is average, then what the hell is all this? You can't have... Then there's no below average, in which case average doesn't mean any of that. Edward Rummans, his favorite type of beer, style brand, sour IPAs, red ales, fruit accented. So you are assuming that I am too knowledgeable about beers. I basically... Well, I'm not unknowledgeable, I guess. No, I think I am unknowledgeable relative to you. You're giving the specifics and everything like that. All I know is I like IPAs. I think I've shifted over time from IPAs. Before I liked sort of like... the lighter stuff, like Belgian type beers, but like over time I shifted from, I think it's kind of like coffee, just over time you shift from liking sweeter coffee towards more bitter coffee just because your tastes sort of change. So at this point I like IPAs. If I had to pick, I'd say like Loose Cannon is the drink that I usually drink. Got a Loose Cannon here, for example. I think that's just my go-to. That's about it. Like, I don't have strong preferences in beer or anything like that. Usually I'll just drink whatever. Well, that's not true. I really prefer IPAs at this point over kind of the lighter, shittier beers, the watery ones. Recount the vote for syrup. We are not going backwards. You know how long it's taken this stream just to get to this point where we're like, what, 20% done? We're about to like turbo straight through this. So let's take a look at Whiskey Peak. Do letters. No, letters suck. I don't like tier lists with letters because then like, it just doesn't, it's not very expressive. Okay. Damn, you guys do not like Whiskey Peak that much. That's... Alright. Fuck. S, A, B, C, D, F tier. No, that's just... No, that's not how we're doing it. That's not how we're doing it. Because it's not descriptive. Then people don't really know what those mean. Link Ales' beer tier list. That would not be like... I'm not the guy to do that. I mean, I can do it off of beers that I drink. Like... And it shifts around. Like, for a while, Yingling was my favorite beer. And then over time, like, it felt too watery. Let's see. What's next? What's after Whiskey Peak, guys? Drum King? No, sorry, Little Garden, duh. Unless you're the 4Kids dub, in which case you skipped over Little Garden just to get straight to Drum Kingdom so that you could get Chopper and raise your viewership. Where's Little Garden? Little Garden, I feel, is like the definition of okay to me. I don't even see it. Did this guy forget to put it? Oh, no. Little Garden, I'm putting straight in okay. And that's not going to change because you guys made me put Whiskey Peak in okay. And I think Whiskey Peak is better than Little Garden, in my opinion. I think you guys don't remember how cool Whiskey Peak was. Whiskey Peak, Zoro versus those 100 bounty hunters, awesome. Zoro versus Luffy, yes, very fan servicey, but still cool to see. Zoro and Luffy stomping Mr. 5 and Miss Wednesday, awesome scene. The internet seems fine to me. Okay. Dinosaurs are better. Human Little Garden is amazing. Okay, so it seems like my internet's fine. Listen. Awesome scene indeed. It says my internet's fine here. No data, the stream. Oh, no, it says excellent connection. It says excellent connection, so we're fine. So here's how I view it, right? So, Whole Cake, sorry. Yes, technically it was Punk Hazard that we find out that we're going up against Kaido, but Zo was when that plotline really got into shape and took shape that, like, okay, it's happening in Wano, we're going to go to Wano to do this thing. Strong similarities being, like, the discovery that, you know, Vivi is the queen or princess of Alabasta, she's enlisting their help to go free her country. Exact same things happen in Zo. Momonosuke is the heir to the throne of Wano, or at least the heir to the daimyo of Wano, Odin, who's going to be the shogun. They're actually from the country of Wano. That's their nation. They're trying to get back there to fight against this big pirate. In Whiskey Peak, it was revealed that, okay, it's a Shichibukai they're going to be taking on. In Zo, it was revealed that it was a Yonko that they're going to be taking on. It's just very strong similarities there. Not to mention there's strong similarities between the Alabasta and Wano plotlines in general. So Whiskey Peak is to Alabasta what Zo is to Wano. So just think about that. All right, so, you know, I'll put Little Garden in okay. I mean, I'll put Whiskey Peak in okay, but there's no way I'm putting fucking Little Garden above that. It's not even close. Drum Kingdom. Drum Kingdom, can we just put Drum Kingdom in? We like it a lot. I don't know how you guys feel about Drum Kingdom, but it was a great arc. Maybe you guys don't remember. I'm going to put it here. I will let you guys vote on it. And this won't be one of those where, like, if you guys I like, then I'm going to... I will go by your vote, but I'm putting it here to start with, just to get it in your guys' minds that, like, look, it's a good arc, just consider it. I think it could be, you know, I think that's a good spot for it. I think it looks pretty good there. Drum Kingdom is great. Drum Kingdom is great. I'm not saying it's, like, our favorite arc, but, like, it's a really good arc. Can't even tell. To me, it looks like the stream is running. But then you guys are telling me it's stopped. So I don't know who to believe. Do I believe YouTube? Who would never lie to me? Actually, YouTube lies to me all the time. It told me it had excellent connection like 5 minutes ago. Or do I believe you guys, who also lie to me all the time? Wish I had a nice source of information. Like, yeah, there we go. Okay, we're putting in like. We really like it a lot. Solid, okay, favorite, don't like. Yeah, well, I guess technically it's getting different votes in different directions. No, you know what? Like one. Like one. We're keeping it a like. Alabasta. Alright, here's the big one. Alabasta. This is the first one that, in my opinion, should be in our favorite arcs, no question. Alright? So I think Alabasta should be, it should make it to the favorites, no question. But I don't know if you guys are going to deliver on this. Because I don't know if you guys have your head straight sometimes, you know? Alright. This is the first one that I really care about. Yeah, let's get it into faves. Well, we don't have to, but it will make me happy. It'll make me as happy as I look in the thumbnail. Man, one thing I didn't think about with these, Monday night streaming is that you get tired definitely faster. Maybe it's the shitty internet. But this has been a very draining stream for me. I don't know how you guys feel. Does this stream not felt like some hard work? Trying to save it every 10 minutes? Favorite easily, no question. Alright, let's take a look. You guys seem confident. Toaster McStrudel has an interesting comment. Wapple is an annoying villain to this point. I feel like it's pretty intentional. It is for sure. I think Wapple is one of the bottom tier villains, like, in the span of One Piece. Takes it easily into the favorite category. Last week when we did the villains tier list, I think he hit the bottom. Your illusion of democracy is slipping further away. Also hope this helps in the search for the Wi-Fi underneath. Thank you, Maddie Marlin. I appreciate it. With all the people saying they're supporting my Wi-Fi efforts with their super chats, I feel like I'm obligated actually to get better internet by next stream. I want the streams to be good, and I think the streams are good except for certain technical issues that get in the way. Otherwise, imagine having a perfect Mord stream. Would be nice, wouldn't it? No Wi-Fi issues, crispy clean quality, both audio and visual. We could stream for like 3 hours straight, no interruptions, no Bucks Heat game in the background to distract you guys. Would be nice. It's also all very doable. None of these are like outrageous things. I'm praising them as though these are like faraway dreams. This is literally like one day of like me going shopping to fix it. So I think let's just wait it out till next week. All right. And you guys remind me next time I put up a YouTube video, be like, "Hey, Morch, we're not gonna watch this till you fix your Wi-Fi for your next stream." And I'll be like, "All right, that's the punishment that I deserve." The problem is not the internet, probably the router. Yeah, I didn't set up the internet stuff. My roommate did, so blame that guy. Definitely doesn't know what he's doing, that's for sure. I hope he's watching, that'd be funny. What else is going on? After Alabasta, we got Jaya, right? See Jaya. So Jaya is, I literally can't see it. Oh no, Jaya's right here. Jaya, I feel like Jaya's gonna be interesting. I don't know where you guys want to put Jaya. So Jaya I'm actually very interested to see the vote for. Because I have my feelings about Jaya. I'm not gonna share them till after I see your guys' feelings. Solid, okay, don't like. Bellamy Moment is top tier. Yeah, Bellamy Moment is like top few Luffy punches in the entire series. I could do a Luffy punches tier list. That would be funny. Luffy has some really, really good punches. I think we all know the Celestial Dragon one is by far it would far and away take the cake. Just for most people. So fun fact, the Celestial Dragon moment was it is not among, I guess, my favorites necessarily. Not because it's not a great moment, but because it's a little hard to explain, but I'd taken a solid break from reading One Piece for like a couple months or something like that around that time. So I kind of dropped, I actually, when I was a weekly reader way back when. So young weekly reader, I think late middle school, maybe early high school, something like that. Might be a little off on this with when Sabodia Archipelago was going on. I just took a weekly reading break after, I think, the Duval reveal. And I kind of dropped back into the Celestial Dragon stuff, like, partway through. Like, I kind of, like, I didn't read the details of like the supernovas and stuff like that, or like what the setup was. So I kind of just dropped back into the Celestial Dragons moment. And I didn't really have like the full setup to get like the full weight of that punch. Like obviously later on I would reread and like rewatch and stuff in the anime. Then I was like, oh man, this is an amazing moment. But like first time read through, like it wasn't like that scene wasn't that big of a deal to me. I think it was the Rayleigh scene beforehand that was the reveal. I think I joined back into reading One Piece weekly when Rayleigh was revealed, and I was like, oh my god, this is crazy and stuff like that. With the Kami stuff, I barely knew Kami as a character, barely knew the setup and stuff like that. I was like, why is Hachi here? I kind of skimmed a little bit, basically. Then I went back and reread all of Sabaody, and I got the context behind the punch and everything. And then obviously the events of Sabaody played out. We got the Kizaru arrival, all that stuff. Sabaody was awesome. But yeah, it's just weird. Like the timing of it when I happened to read that chapter, it wasn't perfectly set up for me. Kailash, thanks a lot. If you have Wi-Fi no me, would your power be to connect to any Wi-Fi and make it strong, or you generate Wi-Fi yourself? I think you generate Wi-Fi yourself. I think that's what it would be. You know what I mean? Like Luffy's made of rubber. But then Luffy doesn't generate rubber. But then his awakening might be able to make him turn things into rubber. I'm just going to say Wi-Fi no me, you can generate Wi-Fi yourself. You're like a walking hotspot. Oh yeah, let's find out about Jaya. Someone just mentioned Jaya. I totally forgot that's what we were doing. All right, awesome. I like Jaya a lot too. Let's put it there. Fuck, where is it? Did I already put it somewhere? No. Okay. So we like Jaya a lot. Okay, next ones are Skypiea. Skypiea, another good point of potential contention. I think this is a really good vote option. This is interesting to me because I'm getting the general vibe on like certain arcs that, you know, like some are like I don't think we have to vote for Marine Ford. I don't think we have to vote for like any Slobby. Like it's just too straightforward. Like there'll be too many favorites for it. But you know what? I'll do a poll for favorite arc period. I'll do a poll for favorite arc period just to see what you guys have to say. Oh, did I not pin this? Let me pin this. Alright. The Pirate Hero, I think that's an accurate assessment. Skypiea is good intellectually and thematically, but enjoyment-wise, not S tier in my opinion. Yeah, I would agree. I think, like, Skypiea, very solid story, but it did not get the emotion. I think outside of the Nolan flashback, which I really, really enjoyed. Yeah, I really, really like the Nolan flashback, but it's very separate from the sort of driving emotions of the Straw Hats throughout the arc. You know what I mean? So it's not the. It's good. It's definitely good. It's just yeah, it's not as emotionally powerful for me personally. Also, Skypiea is another arc where, like, on reread, it's really, really strong. I think the anime didn't do Skypiea justice either. The pacing was really particularly bad in the anime. I think Skypiea was kind of definitely not one of the better arcs for me in the anime. But, like, it's a good reread arc. It's a good reread arc. Blacklead says Skypiea's peak adventure. Here, let me just drop my general feelings on Skypiea. I think for a lot of people, regardless if you're anime or manga readers, Skypiea feels like a lull in the story for you because you have to consider, it's easy to look back on it and be like, oh, it's the ultimate adventure arc, because you have to think in the context of like, when you're first reading the story, what do you want then? And Skypiea takes place right after a lot of interesting developments are sort of happening. So the world is sort of opening up. Luffy just took out a Shichibukai, which is like crazy to think about because just like 100 chapters before that, we faced off against Mihawk, who was the first Shichibukai. And so like, the fact that Luffy just took down a Shichibukai, that's really exciting. He's moving up in the world. We feel like, okay, what's next? Another Shichibukai. Like, we want to kind of stay within the framework of what we've been building on, which is basically like, now the world government is really after him. Now he's got 100 million berry bounty. Now Blackbeard's after him. Like, those meetings that are happening between Whitebeard and Shanks take place. Blackbeard applies to be a Shichibukai. There's just a lot more that's suddenly kind of, like, stewing or, like, building up or, like, you know, just it feels like sparks are starting to fly in the entire One Piece story and things are starting to become bigger and like grander, and like Luffy seems like he's on a certain trajectory to like for them to start taking on like the big names of the world and stuff. And then they take a detour. Like that's what Skypiea essentially is. It's a hard detour into something totally unrelated to everything else that was really interested that we were previously invested in. And then so they take this detour into this other land. No context of the Blue Sea, anything that's happening in the Blue Sea or anything like that. And what plays out from there is a storyline where the Straw Hats are the secondary characters for the most of it. Not really secondary characters, but the story is definitely carried more so by the actual Skypiea and Shandian conflict than anything else, right? And I mean, that's what the entire backstory of Nolan and stuff seals, right? The ideas that are being communicated are more so communicated through those characters rather than the Straw Hats themselves. The Straw Hats, they do get some fights and stuff like that, but they're not... It's not like an Alabasta or an Ace Lobby or anything like that, where like they are heavily the center of attention, center of focus, and like their storylines really matter, and they've got heavy dramatic investment and stuff. So that's why Skypiea, during your initial read, especially after Alabasta, especially after Jaya even, is not the most compelling arc, I guess. But when you can go back and reread it, knowing what it is and knowing the expectations and knowing that it is just more so like treating it as like a side trip, a detour, an adventure arc for the Straw Hats, it's much more enjoyable. Like, alright, makes sense. About where I would put it. Where did I put it? Where's Skypiea? This looks like Skypiea to me. Alright, that looks like Skypiea. I think that's right. Guys, alright, so I've been saying we're going to speed run, right? Now we are actually going to speedrun. Now we're actually going to tear through this. So, let's see. What is this one? Is that the Foxy one? No, that's not the Foxy one. Where's Long Ring, Long Land? Yeah, Long Ring, Long Island. Yeah, this is the Foxy one. This is an okay. No debate there. Don't want to hear nothing from you guys. This is up here. Where's Water 7? I love Water 7 and East Lobby because this is up here. Where's Marine Ford? Or no, what's the next one? Where's Thriller Bark? How do you guys feel about Thriller Bark? Thriller Bark. Favorite. I see some voices saying that we should be bumping the Foxy arc up, but that is not going to happen. So, it belongs where it belongs. Listen, I think the Foxy arc is really funny. I do actually like the Fox. I don't know. Okay. Foxy arc. Let me reconsider because it's. Okay, Here's my problem. It's just in general. The way you guys voted things, I'm on board with you guys for everything that you voted for here. I think everything you guys voted up here, I agree with. I would move Arlong Park up, but besides that, I would agree with everything. Everything from here down is where I get a little annoyed. Because, look, I'm cool with bumping the Foxy arc up, but then I'm like, but you guys have Whiskey Peak down here. And you guys have, like, Syrup Village down here. Like, that's not... So, as I was saying, it's mostly just that, like, you know, I don't see why Whiskey Peak should be down here. I just don't know why Whiskey Peak should be down here, and then Foxy Arc should be up here. So, I can move Foxy Arc up, but then we're looking at this, alright? And that's just the way it is. Whiskey Peak, worst arc element. No, you're the worst arc. Whiskey Peak is great. Alright, so I think we agreed this is kind of how we want it, right? Like, we want Whiskey Peak here, we want Foxy here. Something like that? We like that? I think we like that. Let me check how stream is doing over here. No, I'm moving. Things are in motion. Alright. Thriller Bark. What do you guys say? Like. Okay, I'm actually surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised that you guys put Thriller Bark for like, but like, I guess that's good. I can get on board with that. So Thriller Bark. Then we got Saboti. I think Saboti is probably going to go into favorites, but let me just take a look and see how you guys feel. Let's just do this. Raygod says, I think Thriller Bark is really underwhelming, Warge. Tell it to these guys. tell it to these guys. Because I would honestly say that if I was picking, I would put Thriller Bark into solid. I think it ends on a really, really strong note, but everything it ends on, the Kuma stuff is ending on a really, really strong note. But if you look at the arc as a whole, I think it's definitely, like, I would say by definition to me, Thriller Bark is a solid arc. Like, that's to me, that's just the definition of solid. It's like, yeah, so is Thriller Bark one of the classic One Piece arcs? No. Is it one of my favorite One Piece arcs? No. Is it still a solid arc? Yeah, that's where I would put it. That's basically where I'm at with Thriller Bark. I'm concerned that chat is not moving, because that means that I'm frozen again. Guys, this is actually infuriating. Saboti. I hope that this poll went up, at the very least. Okay, so that just made it to favorites, so that works. That's pretty easy. Wait, where is Saboti? Why can I never find anything? Maras00 Jr. says, Little Garden is solid as well then. Guys, not everything can be solid. This is just not... Alright, let's just move things back down then. How about we do it like this, huh? What do we want? Adrian Hakeen says, Thriller Bark is the epitome of an arc that gets better over time. It's great. It's... Look, Adrian, you can't bribe me into... Hey Vince Smoke Sanji, thanks for being first. This is a new record. This is the fourth version of the same stream. This has never happened before. This is just some next level bad internet. So Grossy99 says third time's a charm. The bad news is we've already done 3 times. This is the 4th time. I'm pretty sure that this is the 4th take of it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's the 3rd time. Hopefully it's just the 3rd time. I might be wrong, but I feel like this was the 4th. So, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Let's just... we don't have a lot left. Let's just get through it. We just did Saboti. I'm going to go ahead and put Impel down in our favorites, and I'm going to go ahead and put Marine Ford in our favorites while we wait for people to flood back in. Alright. Michael A. says, the only good that came from the Foxy arc is the introduction of the Davy backfight concept that will come into play later in the story. That is my hope as well. I hope that the Davy backfight is a big deal later on in the story. I think it will be, so I have high hopes for that. So we'll wait and see. You guys know how I feel about Elbaf and Shanks arc and such. The Pirate here says, Morge, I think you like Whiskey Peak more than most, lol. Hey, Pirate here, I'm going to make you a mod because you've just been such a long time active person in chat. So I made Pirate Hero a mod. Don't abuse your power. But I don't agree with you. I think Whiskey Peak is a great arc. Whiskey Peak's so cool. I think you guys got to go back and read Whiskey Peak with the mentality that you don't know what's going to happen. Sort of, alright? If you go back and read Whiskey Peak not knowing what's going to come out of Whiskey Peak, by the end of it, you find out about this whole country, Alabasta, you find out about this giant organization, Baroque Works, you find out that they're up against Shichibukai. Whiskey Peak's so cool. Look at everyone saying F for Pirate Hero. You guys know that, look, the reason is... Oh, that was the wrong moment to mod Pirate Hero. Pirate Hero has been a long time he's just been very, very active, alright? That's all I gotta say, alright? It is still pay to mod, so just keep that in mind. And the Pirate Hero, he paid his dues for a long time. I just saw his name and I just randomly realized that I probably should have done it a while back. That's basically it. Alan Grinball says, Morge is an Alabasta simp. Come on, guys. We should all be Alabasta simps. Alabasta's great. That's just so good. What is it behind that? Beyond that. So, we got that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Post Marine Ford. Let's vote on this. Omar Gaskins has paid a mod. Ha ha ha. Omar Gaskins sitting there having paid his dues to become mod a long while back, so go ahead and laugh. Esther Sparks says, Mord, why are you always ignoring me? Did I not just prove you wrong? Lolly Lolly says you forgot Amazon Lily. Lolly Lolly, I forgot about you entirely. The plight of Lolly Lolly, which was, I could not find your comment. I still don't know what your comment was. If you could summarize it for me, I can respond here. You forgot, oh fuck, I did forget Amazon Lily though. I don't know why I skimmed over that fact. Amazon Lily, look, for the sake of things, I'm just gonna put it under, okay. The pirate here says, wait, can I put myself in timeout now? Yeah, go ahead, man. Do whatever you want. You're a mod. Mods have all the power. Mods have more power than me, I think, because mods actually can pay attention to what's going on in chat, whereas this is pinned, right? Whereas I kind of just, I'm looking here, I'm looking there. I don't know what's happening. I'm like being hit with information from all sides. Sometimes I got to check this, find out what's going on. Concurred viewers, apparently only 64. Okay, 272. Understandable. Got to look at my internet down here. I have very little power because I have to focus on too many things. Whereas mods, like, you really have free run of the chat. You know, if you piss off a mod, God knows what they'll do to you. If you piss me off, I'll probably just forget like 2 minutes later. Just forget what you even said. Forget what your name was. I'll forget your username. So it's really the mods you gotta fear. I know very little. I just don't have the capacity to be able to to focus on multiple things at the same time. That's why I fall for all of those things like Sockon, Candice, Ligma. It's too much information coming from everywhere. I'm just a victim. I'm just helpless. I'm just like trying to catch up. Alright, let's see what you said about Post Marine Ford. Like. Okay, yeah. Seems about right to me. Post Marine Ford. Whew, okay, so we're pretty much in the end game, right? So we got Return to Fishman Island. How about Return to Fishman Island? Hydro CY says mods are always snowflakes. See, that's the kind of thing you don't want to say when the mods are around. That's the kind of thing that these snowflake mods will probably ban you for. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're talking like they're not there. They're obviously there. Oh, Brago the Ace is here. Brago the Ace is here. So Brago the Ace, I don't know who made him a mod, because we all know that Mord's Chat is paid a mod, which means you pay a certain number of super chats, and then over time you earn your way to being a mod. Brago the Ace just, I guess, it's clout to mod, because Brago came in with clout from the start, which meant that I had to mod him from the beginning. But now I don't know, because now Brago's not the only one with over 100k subs anymore. Now I can unmod Brago, and I don't have to worry about the YouTube community collapsing down around me. Isaiah Davis, thanks. Is 3D2Y included in Post Marine Ford? What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, you're saying like that others? Yeah. Everything after Post Marine Ford is very straightforward. It's everything after Marine Ford. It's kind of just says it in the name. Why are we getting some controversial opinions around here about Brago? Brago, in my opinion, Brago Goat, I think, was the right comment. That's the one I support. What were we doing? Return to Fishman Island, right? So Brago, these are not my opinions. These are my chat's opinions. So if you disagree with them, then it's just because these morons, I don't know what they vote for. I don't support it. They kind of they usually go against my wishes. They were trying to tell me Whiskey Peak is a bad arc, and trying to tell me that Long Ring Long Island was one of the best arcs of all time. I don't know what to say. Adrian Hakeem says, I would never bribe you more, Jaddy, and if it's paid a mod, you take checks. Adrian Hakeem has also paid his dues for a long period of time. Yeah, Brago DS says I'll just have to ban everyone then. Yeah, that's the thing. You guys don't want to go against the mods because the mods, they have so much more ban power than I do. Because I can't pay attention to everything. I don't know what some people are saying here. I take the abuse and then I just move on. But the mods, they're finicky. They won't take abuse. They like banning people. That's their favorite thing to do, in fact. It's probably their favorite thing to do, time people out and ban people. So, you don't want to mess with the mods. So, thanks a lot. I really appreciate and love your streams, despite the connection issues. Keep up the amazing work, brother. Yeah, guys, so I'm sorry. The stream had to restart so many times today. Like, I'm honestly very sorry about that. I don't want to give you guys that sort of stream experience. I want it to be fun. I want it to be a continuous thing. It just hurts it, like, when we have to restart and start from scratch every time. So, next time I will get Ethernet. It will be a lot better than this. It won't be like last time. I'm sorry about this. Let's just get through this, right? Let's just get through this and, I'm saying it like we're taking medicine, but like I do think the end is in sight at this point, so solid. Alright, that's where we're putting this. I know some people whose favorite arc is Return to Fishman Island. I could kind of get behind that. Is this the real Joy Boy? I don't think so. Fishman Island. I'm interested to see where you guys put Fishman Island. Favorite, like, solid, fine. Kev says Morge looks like a med school student. Literally just because I'm Indian. There's nothing else. I'm not wearing a fucking stethoscope. I don't have like scrubs on or anything like that. There's literally nothing else I'm doing that makes me look like a med student. I literally just look Indian. So what's next? We got Fishman Island, then Punk Hazard. Okay, so we got a solid straight shot to the end. Yeah, so Fishman Island is going to be interesting. Fishman Island is going to be interesting. I think this will tell us a lot. Because so far... so far, it's been as I predicted, which is nobody put any arc into Don't Like that much. Antonio Duarte Varela says it's because you look tired. That is accurate. Yeah, Braga says, well, obviously all Indians are doctors. Fun fact, I totally forgot this. I am not a mod in Brago's chat. I'm not a mod in Brago's chat. And I've been in Brago's chat multiple times. I've never been made a mod. So, you can say what you want about my modding system, be it pay to mod, clout to mod. At least I have a system based on honor and respect. I'm not a mod in Brago's chat. God knows who Brago makes mods. Kailash, thanks a lot. Do you ever cosplay? If you could, who would you play as? No, I'm not really a cosplayer. That's just not really my thing. If I could, I can. There's nothing stopping me. I can factually go cosplay right now if I want. Nobody's holding me down to be like, we're not going to let you cosplay. Oh man, if I could cosplay, who would I cosplay as? If only. If I could cosplay as, if I had to, like, if it's more like gun to my head, I had to cosplay, and just, like, throw some of my dignity aside and be like, I guess I'm cosplaying that. What am I talking about? Everyone cosplays on Halloween. It's got nothing to do with dignity, right? I guess it's just different when it's not Halloween and you're going around in a costume. There's just something weird about Halloween where it's just okay to do that. Also, it's okay to give candy to kids on Halloween. A lot of stuff's okay on Halloween that otherwise wouldn't be okay. Let's say it's Halloween and I'm cosplaying. I'd be cosplaying... Yeah, I think I'd cosplay as probably, like, Zoro. Something like that. Zoro. Yeah, I think I'd go Zoro. Zoro's just cool to cosplay as. Alright. Fishman Island. Let's find out. Moment of truth. If anything is going to make it to this bottom tier of Don't Like That Much, it's going to be Zoro. Solid. Thanks a lot. Kurt Hymank says, you look like Blackbeard. Yeah, I guess I could grow out the beard. James Morsman, who's coming out of the West this year, Morge? Thoughts on MVP? Also, why don't I see the decuplets on this list? Dude, the decuplets are such a disappointment to me. Fishman Island made it to solid? What? I thought it was going to make it to Don't Like for some of you guys. Out of the West this year, look, I guess I gotta go with the Lakers, but they got me questioning things. Like, I just don't know, man. I got the Lakers. I think Jokic... Fun fact, so I had a bet with my roommate over who would get more MVP votes by the end of the year, Jokic or Luka Doncic. And at that time, I thought, it's a rough bet. Because at that time, like a full year ago, no one would have pegged Jokic for MVP. It was kind of just talked about as though it's Luka's year to win MVP. So I thought I was already in for a bad bet. I expected Jokic to get some MVP votes. I didn't expect us to get to the end of the year, and Jokic is actually the MVP. So I'm actually totally cool with it because I win a bet off of it. It feels surreal because I don't think I just think that there's several better players. You know what I mean? Like MVP never means best player, but it's just that Jokic, it feels like he never got injured. He had a really good season. He carried his team well and stuff like that. Like, it makes sense why he's getting MVP. It's just even I wouldn't have pegged Jokic for actually winning the full thing. Joe Armando, thanks a lot. You should cosplay as Jin. Yeah, give me those dark skin cosplay options. So Fishman Island, I guess, is going in solid. I'm surprised. I just thought you guys would put in... Okay, what about Punk Hazard? Okay, to speed through, I'm going to put Punk Hazard into... I think it's solid. I understand a lot of people didn't like Punk Hazard, but I think it's solid. I'm going to put it there. Dressrosa. Right, Dressrosa, I'm going to put it in, like... Wait, why are there two things for Dressrosa? No, Dressrosa, I'm going to put... Fine, I'll put Dressrosa in the polls. Guys, why is the internet good now? Do you guys understand this? Maybe it's something to do with my viewers, so now my viewer count has dropped so terribly. So now the internet's fine. I don't know how this works. Ethernet next time, that's all I know. Dressrosa top 3. Yeah, see, Dressrosa, I think some people really, really like Dressrosa, so I wouldn't be surprised if it made it to the very top, but I would personally put it under, like it a lot or something like that. Swap Lily and Punk Hazard. No. Before we end, can we set Sundays or Mondays, says the Pirate Hero. So, here's what I'm thinking. Next time I do this will again be a Monday. Next week is Memorial Day, so I'm going to try and do it that Monday. I might do a poll this week, just as a community post or on Twitter, or both. Just getting the temperature, what's better for people, Sundays or Mondays. The only reason I really don't want to do Sundays is because I kind of just want to relax on Sundays. I don't want to stream on Sundays. You know what I mean? But then Monday, it just depends on what's better for more people. I understand a lot of people have gotten used to the Sunday streams, so I don't want to throw that off for people. So I might do a poll, but at the moment, let's just say it's going to be Mondays, and I'll kind of do a stream or do a poll to kind of just make sure that it's at least goes over fine. So okay, Dressrosa is going into I think that's fair. It was pretty tight, but it is by a hair. Alright. And then beyond that, we got Zoe. How do we feel about Zoe? No, I'm not calling you guys... Pirate here, I'm not calling you guys stressful. That's not what I mean. And Strahd Zora asks, what is the next analysis video? So let me answer both of these things. So, it's not stressful. It's just that, I don't want to stream, if I'm, I don't know, hungover, or if I've just had a long weekend or something like that, or, it's just, streaming is fun. It's a lot of fun, but, if I just want to, pass out, I can't do that and also stream, you know what I mean? I also want the streams to be entertaining, so I don't want to do it on days Sunday if I'm very, very tired. I want to be able to do a good stream. I seem tired right now because I'm actually legitimately stressed out because the internet was bad throughout the stream and we had to restart it so many times, so that's not fun. I think this would have been a great stream if we could have just done it continuously from start to finish, but unfortunately that's just not the way it went. Oh, HNS, thanks a lot. Zoe is low-key the arc that saved post-time skip One Piece. I won't say anything so dramatic as that, but I see where you're coming from. I will say that as a weekly reader, at the end of Dressrosa, I felt a little burnt out. It's not like I didn't like Dressrosa, but I did feel a little burnt out from One Piece. If you're a weekly reader of Dressrosa, you'll know what I mean. Because, Pirate Hero says, I know what you mean, being a mod is stressful too. Pirate Hero, you've been a mod for like 2 minutes. What are you talking about? You're talking like you've been a mod for... You're talking like you're an old, grizzled mod veteran who's seen it all. You're like, yeah, being a mod is stressful. You were born today. This is your first day being a mod. Your first 15 minutes being a mod. How stressful can it be? Anyway, so Dressrosa, I think it was a very crammed arc, like a lot going on. It took a lot of weeks for us to get to the finale of it. We were waiting on Luffy versus Doflamingo for a long time. Even just that 10-minute countdown note I did, like a lot of, like Dressrosa was just a long time for the payoff. And I think at the end of Dressrosa, I think I just took a break. I wanted to binge the next arc. So Zoe was a very, very much a breath of fresh air for me when I got to just binge it through one go. A lot of exciting stuff. The Raizo Dono is safe moment. Raizo Dono is safe moment, by the way. I still believe Raizo Dono is safe is the best moment in post-time skip One Piece. I will defend that to the death. Adrian Hakim says, I think based on viewership, you do stream Sunday. I think you might be right, dude. The tricky part is basically that it's hard to gauge viewership when each time a stream ends, right? So, like, the stream ended 3 times today, right? 3 times today it ended. The internet was particularly bad. So each time the stream ends, the viewership that was previously there, a large percentage of it will essentially be chopped off. So it's just hard to tell because right now, I don't know what the viewership is. Probably like 500, give it a second, 600 basically is what it is, right? 600, I can't tell what it would have been had it been one continuous stream. So I don't know. I do want to do whatever day the viewership will be better because it's just more fun. It's like, you know, the best streams I think we've always had have been when it's been like 1.5k viewers, 1.8k viewers, nearly 2k viewers. Those have been like the really, really fun streams. So, you know, it's just the way it is. I was asked what the next analysis video would be. I think I might do a poll for that as well. I kind of want to do another character analysis video, and I'm thinking it might be Sanji, so I might just run it by that's the case. Otherwise, I want to do an arc analysis video. I'm trying to put off Marineford because it's such a long project that I'm just having to do it in bits and pieces. So if I do an arc analysis, it will probably be either options Alabasta, East Blue Saga as a whole, or Skypiea. I think those would be the options I would put forward. If it's a character analysis, it would probably be the Straw Hats, and I'd probably give you a few options. It would probably be Sanji, just because I feel like I owe you guys a Sanji analysis after spending so much time talking about Zoro, you know? So, like, makes sense to me. This is Zoe, right? Yeah. And now, alright, we're gonna do polls for all of these. Is this just Dressrosa again? I don't know why Dressrosa is in here twice, but we've got 2 Dressrosas, I believe. Yeah, this one's clearly Dressrosa. No, this is Reverie. I'm dumb. That's Reverie. Okay. Is Reverie its own arc? Kailash, thanks a lot. Lolly Lolly. Oh, guys, everyone listen up close. Lolly Lolly. We found out, and Lolly Lolly's comment is right here too. So, thank you, Kailash. Lolly Lolly, give thanks to Kailash for shouting you out and letting us find out your comment. Uranus controls the moons, and since the moons affect the sea, the weapon can be used to stabilize the weather of the calm belt and Grand Line and help create the One Piece. That is awesome. I love that theory. That is great, because the Reverie is... Or sorry, not the Reverie. I'm just doing word association right here. The weather of the Grand Line is a huge point, and Uranus is supposed to control the skies, so a lot of that makes sense. I don't know if it would control the moon as a whole. It could just work if it controls the weather, right? Adrian Hakeem says patron poll or community poll. I think so. The way I might do it is, so to figure out what time to do the streams, what video I should do analysis video-wise next, I might do a patron poll. I think that's the way I'll do the things, because patrons are supposed to be the ones who get to vote on the next analysis videos. It's just that sometimes I have something in mind that I specifically want to do. Also, I think I used to do patron polls for next video topics, for analysis videos, but what I found out was that very often what patrons would vote for would be more niche topics, if that makes sense, that seemed interesting to them, because patrons, in my experience, are generally a little more, maybe they're looking for a little more niche content or something like that. So sometimes, basically, the topics that would that I would put up for patron polls and stuff the topics that were picked would inevitably be the topics that are not as interesting to the larger base of viewers. So I don't want to do it like I want to do topics that are interesting to everybody. It's kind of why I did Zoro at 100k, because I knew that Zoro is just a topic that's interesting to everybody. But at the same time, I don't want to not do niche topics, so it's just a fine balance, basically. Like any slobby, I know that's going to be interesting to everybody. I was happy to do that video, and it turned into an hour-long video, but yeah, that's just the way it is. So, what do we got next? Hulk Island. Okay, so Reverie, fine. We gotta vote on Reverie, because Reverie is just like, it's barely an arc, you know? And I feel like everyone just really there's like literally nothing bad to say about Reverie. There's nothing bad to say about Reverie, in my opinion. Right? What are you going to say about the Reverie? Like, it was too short? Because that's what you could say. Reverie, solid, okay, don't even know who doesn't like the Reverie. Like, how could you not like it? Maybe if you're just like a huge Straw Hat fan or something like that. If you're a huge Straw Hat fan and you were just so bummed out that the Reverie didn't make it, then I could understand. Igor Tadu says, Alabasta and Impel Down above Dressrosa. Well, Impel Down I just put up there by itself, but Alabasta, yeah, I put up there. No, Alabasta was voted on. So Alabasta and Dressrosa are both voted on, so they're where they're supposed to be. If it helps, Dressrosa was like really close to hitting favorites. So that's about it. I do personally think that Alabasta is a way better arc than Dressrosa. Me personally. But I promise that was not a Dictator Morge moment. Impel Down I did put up there just automatically because I kind of assumed that would be the case, that everyone would vote that, but like, you know, don't know if that's actually the case. Omar Gaskin says, when are you going to do some other series analysis on Morge 2? I don't think I would ever use Morge 2 for that. Reverie, that's really, really tight. Really, really tight. I think it goes to favorite, but that's really tight. Actually, though, no, the way that we're supposed to do it, I haven't been doing it consistently, is that, like, the majority of you don't put it in favorite, right? The majority of you are not putting it in favorite. But I haven't used this logic, like, this stream I haven't used that logic so far, that much. So I don't know. Your boy Jingle says, why would Roger laugh at the Oceans uniting? I think the laugh can be at a few things, because one could be the absurdity of it, because it's an absurd idea when it's first presented. Like, that's what, this is the full... Plus, there's a larger story probably that's leading up to it that we don't get, and I haven't really pieced together. So, the pirate here says, mods vote count as 10. Pirate here, you really love it being a mod. Don't go down the route of Don Quixote D. Joker. It's not a story that many would remember. Who remembers Don Quixote D. Joker's storyline? The rise and fall of a man who became mod and lost mod status in the span of, I think, 20 minutes over the course of one stream. Chubby Alonzo says, is this going on Morge 2? Yeah, so this is going to go on Morge 2 probably tomorrow, maybe tonight if I'm with my editor and he gets on it right away, but this is definitely going on Morge 2. The full thing will go on Morge 2, so the parts that got cut off as well. The thing is that basically, yeah, okay. The thing is basically with Morge 2, I don't want to use it to do other series and stuff like that. The way YouTube works is that if you're doing a type of content, you should keep that consistent for that type of channel. So if I'm uploading long streams on that channel, that's just what I'm keeping that channel for. It's basically the backup channel for stuff that comes off of here and the channel that long streams will go onto. If I were to do other series, like Ohara, for example, I'm going to talk to him soon, kind of find out how he's doing with Jujutsu Kaisen, but it looks like Jujutsu Kaisen is really like working out well for him. So if I do another series, I'm probably going to do it on the main Morge channel. Alright, guys. We got Whole Cake Island. Whole Cake Island. And here's the thing. I am not putting Dressrosa in. Kenocha says, will Chainsaw Man ever see the light? Okay, let me let you guys in on a little secret. You know why? Because it is 10:30 EST. A lot of my viewers have left at this point. You guys have stayed around, which means that you guys deserve to be let in on a little secret. Alright? Who's ready for the little secret? Little secret is I am working right now on another channel. It is not necessarily what you expect, but it is what you would expect of me. Like, it's not something out of left field, like, oh, Morge is doing, like, I don't know, like a vlog channel or something like that. That's not the case at all. Alright? So it's similar content to what I'm doing here. but it's a little different. Anybody who's known me a while will understand why I'm doing this content. But there is a second channel in the works, right? There's a second channel in the works. I think a lot of effort is going into it. I think you guys will really like it, but, you know, it's for people who are interested. Obviously, it's not like the One Piece channel is still my main channel. One Piece channel is still my main channel. And then people who share the interests that will be going into my second channel can obviously subscribe to my second channel. And it'll be a little while before it goes up because we want to do it right. Probably about 3 weeks from now, you guys will be seeing it. Mr. Father Santaman says, Oof versus Morge round 2. You don't even know. If you're coming to the stream late, you have no idea. We had a bunch of fake Oof imposters running around. Can you imagine that? Some dirty fake Oof imposters. The real Oof, we'll never know if he showed up, because there were so many fake Oofs just running around. And I promised the real Oof I would mod him if he showed up, but we don't actually know. Omar Gaskin says, Oof, low diffs mod, Morge. If Omar Gaskin wasn't a mod, oh, I'd ban you right now, but you're a mod, so you're invincible and I can't touch you. Adrian Akeem, also shout out to the Morgecast podcast. It's literally more analysis. Oh, thank you very much, dude. You don't gotta pitch it. You don't gotta pitch it so far. Yeah, the Morgecast is definitely, I think, it's its own thing. Morgecast is its own thing. Morgecast is its own thing. It's where extra thoughts and stuff go. It's less polished than my normal videos. It's more so stream of consciousness, but definitely extra content comes out from there. But yeah, second channel is coming out about 3 weeks from now. I'd say, I don't know, what day is it today? The goal is probably either this week or this week. So this week or this week. So second or third week of June. And I think a lot of people really enjoy it. Harrison Tioto, manga review channel, question mark. Also, Whole Cake Island greater than Dressrosa. Okay, well, show that with your votes over here if you think Whole Cake Island is greater than Dressrosa. I'm not going to talk about what it is necessarily. I'm not going to talk about what it is. It's just not. It's not something out of. It's not like me playing guitar or something like that. It is content very similar to what I'm doing in One Piece. It's just on certain other stuff. So hopefully you guys, only Moogie fans, we can make that happen. Thanks, Kalash. Appreciate it. Pirate Hero, Whole Cake Island is one of my absolute favorites, but real talk, the Zeph ransom thing was like the reason for Sanji's actions, but kind of got hand-weaved in it. I'm not going to say Whole Cake Island was perfect. I do think that Oda has a lot of ideas for certain arcs. You know, I think it is fair at some points to be like, oh, this was kind of, like, I think a lot of stuff you can be like, okay, this was the reason that this played out the way it was, and you can, you know, there's a reason for it that you can think of, or like some small detail that you can point to and be like, okay, that's why, or something you can logic as the reason for it. And then other times maybe you're like, okay, this left me a little wanting in terms of a good explanation, but I don't think that there was anything in Whole Cake Island that was drastically like, oh, this was a really big miss or something like that, at least to me. I think the ransom thing is something you could argue, but I also think that like it makes sense when you look at generally like who was the one whose idea it was to hold things ransom and stuff like that. Mr. Father Santaman thinks a lot. How would the hashtag real oof prove that they're oof? So oof messaged me on Twitter afterwards, and I have reason to believe that they are the real oof. I don't know how they would prove that this is their YouTube channel though. Which one's their YouTube channel? Maybe they can message me again. Maybe I have another message waiting for me on Twitter after this. Francis G. Rake says, if I become your friend, will you mod me? Oh, for sure. But too bad, we'll never be friends. Let's take a look. I'm interested to see where you guys put Dressrosa. Damn. Holy, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, because my channel did get big off a Whole Cake Island is underrated video, so I don't know. That's interesting to me. Damn, I did not expect to be just overwhelmingly there. Oh my god, that's crazy. And Wano, how do you all feel about Wano? Favorite, like, okay, what is it, solid? Okay, I don't know why I'm still questioning it. We've done 15 of these, or 50 of these so far. You're gonna need to find Omar Gaskin. We still gotta find out more about the 3S tribe though, and Smoothie needs more screen time. Yeah, I mean, I still think that Smoothie is going to get her screen time. I still think that all of the Big Mom Pirates that are kind of, you know, got dropped off the waterfall are still going to get plenty of focus soon. It's just gotta wait on it a little bit. Diomo CG says Zoro will die in the Chimera arc. Yeah, I kind of believe that. I think that's when Zoro will die. Just wait for the Chimera arc, and it's over. AY says, you're still live. The stream didn't end nice. You don't even know, man. You don't know how many times the stream has ended. You have no idea how many times the stream has ended. If you look at my thumbnail, good lord, I'm so much less happy than I look in my thumbnail. Things went so wrong. This was, I think, the bad internet has bothered me in the past, obviously. It's bothered everyone. This was the first stream where, like, it's actually, like, really, really bummed me out. Because it's just, like, made it so difficult. Zoro will die and Wano theory is trending, says Mosh TV. I just don't believe it. Alright, let's take a look at Wano. Let's take a look at Wano. No, come on, guys. Wano's in your favorite? Oh, man. Overwhelmingly so? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay. Alright, this is... First of all, let me just say that I... that I 100% predicted this, that nothing would end up in Don't Like It That Much. Nothing would end up in Don't Like It That Much. I knew that from the start. I don't know why we did this like this. I guess we should have done another tier that's like tippy-top favorite, right? Favorite. That's what we should have done. Yeah. I just don't know. Like, I could definitely imagine Wano... Okay, this is obviously your guys' opinion, right? So it's not... doesn't matter, right? I could personally imagine Wano being here at the end of it, for me personally. But for me personally, I would just not rank it yet. Oh, I can't really put it back, can I? In the... whatever. I would personally not rank it yet. And if I had to, like, gun to my head, someone was like, how do you like Wano so much a lot? It would honestly be... around here for me. That's the honest truth. So... but I could easily see it being here, right? So I don't want to say anything. Like, I gotta let things settle. I gotta reread the whole thing to get my full feelings. But, like, if you had to ask me right now, for me, Wano's around here, personally. But my opinion doesn't matter. No, your opinions do matter. I'm keeping it here. I'm not dictator mortgaging at all, you know? I'm not dictator mortgaging at all. Let's see. I think I missed one thing. The Pirate Hero. I've been self-destructed for years. Don't let a few bets. Dude, the Pirate Hero, no, you're making me feel bad now. No, a few bad streams are not bumming me out like that, actually. Like, it's fine, but, it's... Wait, a few bad streams? Wait, what do you mean a few bad streams? What do you mean a few bad streams? I think this... Probably all my last few streams have been bad. I think some have been pretty good. I shouldn't even have said where I'm putting Wano right now. I think that's not really fair. Maybe, like... No, I think, yeah, I'll be honest. I think I'd have to reread it to kind of, like, get my feel for it. Michael A., thanks a lot. It's true, throw Elbaf in there. A lot of people had it to be my favorite ones. Just have it in there automatically. Just have it in there, like, immediately. I don't know about that. Too bad we don't actually have a... Yeah, Joaquin Varela has already had 3 bad streams today, lol. That is true, so it has been a few bad streams. Kailaj says, more, did you just let democracy win? Who are you? Yeah, actually, this was by far the most democratic stream we've ever had. So we're going to start winding down now. No more super chats, please, whatsoever. We're probably going to wind down, basically, at this point. No, Niloda, don't say Wano's garbage, Moj. I could easily see me rereading the whole arc and putting it here. Let's be very clear. I could reread the whole arc and put it very here. I'm saying right now, do I really, really like it a lot? No, it's not an Arlong Park for me. It's not a Drum Kingdom for me. Those arcs hit me emotionally on certain levels. Yeah, it's just not these arcs for me right now. Well, but for the record, I would also be moving some of these down. Like, if we were to get into my opinions, Thriller Bark wouldn't be quite up here for me. It would be in Solid, for example. But this wasn't a stream about my opinions. We actually did go by your guys' opinions for the most part. I think I moved... What did I move? I moved Whiskey Peak up. I don't know why Whiskey Peak was the one where, like, I really pushed it. Adrian Akeem says, are you prepared for the power scaling stream? I don't know if I'm ever doing a power scaling thing, man. Look, like, if we, like, I just don't know. I think, like, that's going down a certain rabbit hole that, like, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Freddie M says, Wano isn't more just favorite till the raid fails. Freddie M is exposing me right now. I don't know. We might have to ban him. Can't let my secrets out, but you're not wrong. I don't know about that, Freddie. But, yeah, my opinions, like, not all my opinions are, like, basically this. These are kind of close to my opinions, I guess. But I did let you guys kind of have free reign for this for the most part. I think, Somebody asked me what my favorites are. My favorites are basically Annie's Lobby and Marineford. Those are my favorite storylines. Yeah, those are my favorite storylines by far. And I think that we're not gonna do a power scaling tier list ever. We're gonna do fun stuff. I think the next one we might do is best islands, but I'm also gonna try and think of like other content we can do besides tier lists, because tier lists, they're fun, but like I still want to do something that's community interactive, like so you guys get to vote, voice your opinions and stuff like that, but not necessarily just keep doing tier lists. You know what I mean? Jafet Saleh says add another tier about favorite arcs. I was going to do that, so I was going to do like let's vote on the best. Let's just do it. We'll do one last poll to end the stream. Let's just do one last poll to end the stream. I'll drop all of these, and let's just see it. All right. Favorite arc, period. I'll do Alabasta. Guys, I'm gonna put Water 7 and Ace Lobby together for the purposes of this, because otherwise it's essentially the same storyline. I don't really want to split the votes on it. Water 7 and Ace Lobby. But then the question is, do I have to put all the Marineford stuff together? I think that's not fair, right? Do I put Marineford together with Saboti and stuff? With Impel Down? PCP, yeah, the thumbnail's pure bait. It's the thumbnail's pure bait. Sorry about that. I don't know if I should split it or not. Marineford is its own thing. I'm gonna keep Marine. It feels almost unfair though, because then I'm putting Water 7 and East Lobby together. But Water 7 and East Lobby are very clearly the same storyline. Very clearly the same storyline. I'll put Saboti separate. I'll put Impel Down separate. We'll consider it. So if it looks like something like, oh, Impel Down plus Marineford plus Saboti would have, like, we'll consider how it all shakes out, kind of. But, like, for the moment, I'll keep them separate. Sorry, guys. I don't know if I necessarily agree, but that's just what I'm doing for the moment. What else we got? Reverie, Whole Cake, and Mono. So, a lot of options here. This is the big one. Alright, I'll give this one a moment. Kalash, thanks a lot, but seriously, like, let's not do any super chats going forward, just because, like, I'm winding it down, like, I don't want to, like, you guys don't gotta super chat from here on. I'm just gonna try and respond to whatever comments I see. Really hyped about island ranking. Yeah, I think somebody suggested it last stream. I think that's a great idea. I think that'll be the next one, and then, more content ideas from there. There's plenty of things I could be doing. Please make that happen. For sure it's happening. Also hyped about seeing you cosplay as Zoro someday. No, I never said I would do that. I just said if I had to do that, I would. Oh, link is broken? Fuck. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. My bad. What are the options? Favorite arc. Yeah. It's broken. I get it. Favorite arc, Alabasta. Water 7 / Annie's Lobby, Saboti. Reverie. Aiden Boyle says do sagas, not arcs. That might be the way to do it. I've always actually thought that that's the better way to do it, but then, like, people, I think that's just not the traditional way people do it, so people usually think of it in terms of arcs, not sagas, so I'm kind of just playing to what most people do. But to me, it's just much easier if you just combine it all into, like, big storylines, like the Alabasta storyline, or the entire Baroque Work storyline, the Water 7 and East Lobby storyline, the entire Marineford storyline, so starting with Saboti all the way to, Marineford. I always found that to be, like, a lot easier and more straightforward and makes more sense in my head, but, like, it is what it is. Most people go by arcs, so I'm just going by arcs. Condiment Man says, make an apology video if the raid fails. I'll have to do a lot of stuff if the raid fails. Alright. We're going to vote in, let's say, 10 seconds. All right, so get your votes in. Make your choices. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's see. Wow. I am shocked. That much, huh? You guys like Water 7 that much, huh? Wow. Every poll that I see, it's always tight between these two, Water 7 and Marine Ford. This is like a landslide. This is like 50% Water 7. Be honest, is it because I dropped a Water 7 Eddie's Lobby video recently? No, but you know what? If we combine, so let's say we take 6% from here, 4% from here, now that would still only add about 10%. So even then, even if we did the full Marine Ford storyline versus the full Ennie's Lobby storyline, Water 7 Ennie's Lobby would take it pretty cleanly. That's interesting. Yeah, is it Morge video bias? Is that just arrogant of me to say? Because, like, no, but you guys are my viewers, so, like, you guys view my videos, so I do wonder if there's some video bias there. I don't know. No, but Vitali. So, you have to combine them because it's the same arc. But even if you separated them, like, if you combine the Marine Ford plus Impel Down plus Saboti, so let's say we did purely combinations, we got everything related to Marine Ford all together, it would still be just 21% plus 6%, so that's 27, plus another 4%, so that's 31%. That's still not that much. You know, this is like a 50%, practically a sweep. That's crazy. So I don't know, I expected Marine Ford to be tight up there, Water 7 close. I expected it to be even, but that's interesting. So, I think that is a good way to end the stream. You know, and this time we're going to end it on my terms, so when I click the button, end stream. So I will talk to you guys later. This will be up on Mr. Morge 2, the complete stream, I guess, maybe tonight, but probably tomorrow.